gods win. Steel our lives and hearts on fire. Every goal takes us higher and higher. In the valley under the stars so bright, we fight for glory, we fight tonight. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Vulcan on the right, lineup is set and the roster's tight. Blades laced up and the twigs feeling right, going Bulls deep in the ring tonight. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Load up the bullpen, fire up the crowd. Turning Bulls loose, make the family proud. About to drop the puck, gonna go bar down. Boys crash the crease and tear up this town. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of the Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of the Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Tempest flare gloves hit the ice. Kick his ass not once but twice. Down south losing is a sin. Bulls light the lamp and the good gods win. Steel our lives and hearts on fire. Every goal takes us higher and higher. In the valley under the stars so bright, we fight for glory, we fight tonight. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Vulcan on the right, lineup is set and the roster's tight. Blades laced up and the twigs feeling right, going Bulls deep in the ring tonight. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Load up the bullpen, fire up the crowd. Turning Bulls loose, make the family proud.
The playoffs don't officially begin until the second week of April. But for the Birmingham Bulls, as well as everyone else but Peoria, it's already begun. This weekend, the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs make a return trip to Birmingham for a pair of games tonight and tomorrow night that will go a long way in determining what the Bulls need to do the remainder of the season to secure that spot in the playoffs for the 2025-26 season. That was out of the question back in January, but the Bulls have been hot as of late. Roanoke is also playing their best hockey of the season. They've won 7 of their last 9, dropping one of those 2 losses in a shootout. Birmingham has won 9 of the last 12, with one of those in a shootout. These 2 teams come on hot, setting up what should be an incredibly exciting weekend here at the Pelham Civic Complex. Starting tonight, the next 4 games will be at home, and what should give the Bulls a distinct advantage. After these next 4 games, though, the Bulls will be on the road to close the year with a pair in Huntsville and end the season in Knoxville. Going on the road the final 4 games of the year make this weekend and next weekend of paramount importance. As well as the Bulls have been playing lately, a slip-up might derail all the momentum we have. Conversely, every win the Bulls get this weekend puts enormous pressure on teams trailing them to do the same. And we all know every team can't win all their games. A 3-point weekend at the least puts the Bulls in a great spot for playoff positioning. As of late, Roanoke has been led by the goaltending tandem of Austin Rudebush and Gabe Rosick. This tandem has given up only 4 goals in the last 3 games. Birmingham has the answer, as both Hayden Stewart and Taylor Joseph have given up only 7 goals in the last 5 games. Goal scoring will be a premium in this weekend series. Jody Cherneski here along with Greg Dreveny once again for Birmingham Bulls hockey. Greg, both of these teams seemingly are peaking at the same time. Birmingham has preserved and battled their way out of the cellar all the way up to 6th, just 3 points out of 3rd place. With Roanoke's win yesterday in Fayetteville, they've elevated all the way up to 2nd place in the league. All the while, both teams are just a couple of losses away of finding their way to the bottom of the league. So give me an explanation and tell me what the game plan is.
Well, Jody, you're sitting in a situation where you're exactly in the middle of the pack if you're the Birmingham Bulls. You're 6 points out of 2nd place, oddly enough, and you would surpass Roanoke, and you're 6 points out of 10th place. So you talk about some idiotic parity here for the Birmingham Bulls. You couldn't have it any tighter from 2 to 10th with that kind of a swing. But if you're the Birmingham Bulls, you already said it, where their next 4 games are at home, and you got to come out and put up points at home in these 2 weekends, because 2 wins against Roanoke, you're tied for 2nd place, depending on what other teams do. So your fate's in your own hands, and they've done it since January 16th. They've been red hot, and we'll see and hope that the Bulls can come out and throw together a repeat performance and come out with at least 3 points out of these next 2 games.
It's still fascinating to me, Greg, to know that in December, this team only had 4 wins, and it looked to be no way out, of no hope with such a young team. And all of a sudden, the young players started to grow up. Drake Glover came back in. C.J. Walker came back from the coast. Taylor Joseph came in and has been incredible for the Birmingham Bulls, winning 8 of 11 and a 1.74 goals against and a .940 save percentage. That, to me, is the difference in what this team is now and what it was in December.
Well, Jody, it was one of those things where Joseph was coming in, and I'm looking at his rap sheet on his past history and stuff, and I'm like, hey, you know what? The guy might be coming off, but he's got the attitude to come out. He wants to play, and he's played a few games in the AHL. So that tells me he knows what he's doing, because you don't just get to that level of hockey by being some Joe Blow goaltender that hasn't played.
All right, we'll pause real quick for the playing and singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, starting lineups first for the visiting Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. On defense, they'll go with the veteran Matt O'Day and Bryce Martin. Up front, leading league SPHL scorer Joey Widmar. He'll be flanked with Ryan Riefler and Timmy Manning. For the Bulls, defensively, we'll go with Jordan Gagnon and Cole Youngworth. Doug Waite, C.J. Walker, and Kip Ledzianko up front. Goaltending tonight, Gabe Rosick gets the start for Roanoke, and a bit of a surprise to me, a record of 6-3-0-1. Goals against of 2.57 and a .907 save percentage for the Bulls. Hayden Stewart gets the nod. 9-13-0-3 on the season, a 3.02 goals against, and .909 save percentage. The referees tonight, we get two of them, Greg. We get our four-man rotation tonight. The referees will be both Dan Fendius and Stone Sheehan. And the linesmen, Brett Darzinski and Anthony DeMarte. We got to meet Brett Darzinski's parents a while ago. They came up to let me know that he has a mom. I'm not supposed to talk bad about him.
Gotcha. Well, Jody, I hate to say it, but I think the Stripes have got their work cut out for them tonight. Is Roanoke's coming into this game the most penalized team in the SPHL, and I think it's almost safe to say that they almost triple the Birmingham Bulls in penalty minutes this season. So you look down their roster at the number of majors, and that I'm talking about 5 minutes for fighting, folks. They got a gaggle of them. And if you remember what a gaggle is, it's a lot.
Well, I do know this. 3 of the top 5 penalty minute accumulators, if I may, in the SPHL are all Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. Birmingham's top penalty minute man is Jordan Gagnon with 77. We're not going to line up and throw the gloves down with his team man for man. What I would like to see is now with a 2-man referee system tonight, go ahead and let Roanoke play their game. They're going to get penalties. Birmingham, with the top power play unit in the league, can actually benefit from that if we can restrain ourselves and hold off and not respond when it's happening. All right, here we go. We're underway. Bulls control the opening faceoff, and they'll have the puck in their own zone as Cole Youngworth sends it ahead. All the way down, Rosick will play it. He'll leave it near side for Martin. Martin checked on the play, gets it up to Riefler, now through center ice. Roanoke will play it. Back behind Matt O'Day, he'll circle back in his own zone. Just underway, no score. Birmingham and Roanoke. Cole Youngworth with the puck. He touches up, and icing will be called on Roanoke. The puck will come back into the Roanoke end of the ice just 24 seconds into this game.
And Jody, I wonder if that physical toughness doesn't have something to do with Roanoke's road record of 15-7-1, scoring, and there are 11 points to go with that.
They're amazing on the road, much better on the road than at home. Youngworth slides one over for Dougie Waite in front. Danny Waite, here I go.
Yep.
Save was made. Roanoke will send it back to center ice. Played there, Waite has it. Puts it back in the Roanoke zone. Bulls will change lines. Far side, Matt O'Day. He'll get that center ice stripe and dump it in. Stewart stops it. He'll play it around the near side. Off Dorsey. Matt Wood has it, slides one over, and back comes McGregor Sinclair through center ice. Drops it for Ledzianko. Takes the shot off the leg of the defense of John A. Onzo. It goes to the far boards where McGregor Sinclair has it. Checked by Gould and taken away by Roanoke, and they'll skate it up through center ice. Dumped it into the Bull zone. Back behind the net. Bulls had it, almost coughed it up. They'll get it right back. As Doug Scott slides it over far side, played by Scahill. He'll smack one in. Around the near side, Gould knocked off the play. He lets the puck go. Played there by Roanoke along the near boards. Bulls keep it in. Scahill dumps one off the back boards in front. Glover is there. He takes the shot off the side of the net. Puck played back behind the net. Roanoke has it. Soretsky got in front of that pass. Novotny has it, though, as he picks the loose puck up. Drops it back. Lost it. Colton Olenek has it. 3 men back for Roanoke, so he dumps it in. Rosick has it. He'll send it near side for Wilkins. Olenek off the boards to Tracy. Tracy sends it in behind the net. Myers is there for Birmingham. Taken away from him. Roanoke sets the play up behind their net. Travis Broman, I'll talk a little bit about him in a minute, slides it up. He has it taken away. Nice job there by Myers on the forecheck. He has the puck. Centers one out in front. Loose. Played by Roanoke and out. Wilkins taken down by Tracy. Birmingham dumps it right back in. Travis Broman, Greg, he on the year. Well, I'll hold up on that. And Roanoke sends it in. Carlson jumps it in. Icing will be called.
There you go.
Travis Broman on the year has 46 points. If I'm not mistaken, that's good for second in scoring for Roanoke. But he's also accumulated 141 penalty minutes. That, to me, is having a very strong year.
141 penalty minutes. Jody, can you imagine how many points he would have if he didn't sit in the penalty box for half the game every night?
But when you can do both, you play both tough and can put the puck in the net and assist, you're pretty close to a complete hockey player. Now, Roanoke will send it in. Crimmin back to get it for Birmingham. He drops it off near side for Youngworth. Wade is there at the blue line. Slides it over off the stick of Walker, but it comes to Ledzianko, who puts one in. In the near corner, Martin gets it at the Helmer, who gives it up for Carlson. Matt Carlson brings it into the Bulls zone. Kip Ledzianko checks him. Now it's loose behind the Bulls net. Still loose, comes out. Martin centers the pass over. Not enough for Carlson. Near far side played by Roanoke. Nobody in front now. He'll circle back to the boards. That's Matt O'Day. He had it taken away from him, and the puck gets back to center ice. O'Day with the puck. You're going to see him with a lot of ice time tonight. They come into this game, Roanoke, that is, with only 5D, and he's by far their better. Martin slides it back to O'Day. Off the skate of the Bulls' defense. Now it's back in behind the net, played along the near corner. Matt Wood is there for Birmingham. Nice play up to center ice, but it's off the stick of Glover. Picked up, though, by Wood. One man back. Matt Wood takes the shot. That one's blocked by the defense. Puck comes along the near boards. Sinclair had it poked away from him, and it gets back to center ice. 4 minutes gone here in the first period. No score. Olenek chasing after it, but it's picked up by Riefler. He slides it across his goal mouth. Back up through center ice. Roanoke plays it. Aonzo. Shot save made. Rebound loose. Stewart had a little problem controlling that. He made the blocker save, but a weird hop off that blocker right in front of an open net. Puck is tied up along the near boards. Played by Birmingham. Soretsky has it taken away from him. Now Sadovsky picks the puck up for Birmingham. He'll bank one off the glass just to get the pressure off and send it back into Roanoke's end of the ice. Gould with the puck. Ahead for Manning. Scahill gets in the way of that pass. Loose puck now. Played between the blue and the center ice stripe. Roanoke will take it. Near side, Bertamini. Gains that center ice stripe, dumps it in. Sticked and passed over to Gagnon by Stewart. Back behind the net. Just out of the reach of his defenseman. His pairing, that is, and that's loose behind the Bulls net. Wilkins there for Roanoke. Tried to play it in deep. It gets back at the point. There's a shot by Widmar. Knocked down in front. One Bull goes down from Tim Manning, and they'll send the puck in back into the Roanoke zone. That's the first. Now Manning takes the hit from Gagnon as the both players were going to their bench. Roanoke will play it back into the Birmingham end of the ice. Roanoke no stranger to the physical style of this hockey game. Now Glover tried to get it ahead to Sinclair. He does. 2 men back. Sinclair slides one over for Scott. Takes a shot. Save made by Rosick. Scott gets his own rebound. Back for Sadovsky. Look out. It bounced off his stick. Back comes Matt Dorsey. Bringing it back in the Bull zone. Tried to get it to Broman. Just out of his reach. Puck loose along the near boards. Knocked in the corner by Matt Wood. Still loose, picked up by Roanoke. Broman took a shot at it, well wide of the net. Now it's picked up far side. Birmingham skates away. Sinclair now brings it into the Roanoke zone. He's poke checked by Helmer, who takes the puck away. Cade Helmer. Check that, it's Bryce Martin. Martin quickly back into the Bulls zone. Drops it back, look out, there's a shot, he scores. Bryce Martin went coast to coast. Got to that goal line, dropped it back. And Matt Carlson hammers it in, buries it for the first goal of the game. Roanoke up 1-0.
Right into the slot, Jody, and you saw Myers there back on the back check for the Bulls, and he had him tied up initially, but then as that puck was released of the little backhand dish into the slot, Myers just lost a hold of him and released the stick, and just like that, Roanoke's up 1-0.
6:15 into the first period. That's Matt Carlson's second goal of the year. We know the primary assist goes to Bryce Martin. We'll check and see if there's a secondary. But back to play. Rosick will play it in his own zone. He tried to poke it out. It does, but taken away by Olenek. Olenek gets it down low. There's a backhand pass through the slot by Myers. Gagnon pinching in from the point, takes his man out, but the puck is loose in the corner. Wait with it. He lost possession as Roanoke takes it. And they'll get it back to center ice. Gagnon with the puck spins, gets it back. Now Waite has it for Birmingham. Danny Waite gets it back. Played now by Tracy. Up the ice for Kip Ledzianko. Ledzianko banks one off the boards and in. Giving chase is Walker. He beats Aonzo to the puck. Walker had it poked away from him. Loose. Tracy will play it. Keep it alive for the Bulls. And that's passed by Kip Ledzianko. Waite tried to set it up for Walker in front, who takes a big hit from Aonzo. Now Kip Ledzianko, of all people, comes in. He's going to get penalized for it. Helmer has it, brings it into the Bull zone, drops it back to Helmer, takes the shot off the side of the net. Picks his loose puck up. Widmar has it. Plays it back at the point. Gould. Cross-ice pass. Widmar. For Broman. Broman centers one off the stick of Helmer. Into the corner. Waite tries to touch up. We got a delayed penalty in Roanoke with possession in the Bull zone. And their net is empty.
And a couple of broken sticks, Jody.
There's a shot just wide of Hayden Stewart. Comes all the way back to Broman. This is extra power play time. There's a shot by Widmar.
Wow.
Save is made. And Roanoke had a good 30 seconds or so on a delayed penalty and a 6-on-5 skating advantage. I'll give credit to Kip Ledzianko, but to be honest with you, Greg, that was a good clean hit behind the play. He just didn't like it. And Kip came in to take up for his man, and he'll get penalized for it.
Yeah, it was, Jody. And we talked about that a little bit in our, pregame conference or whatever. And, we just said the Bulls are better off just letting Roanoke sleep. You know what I mean? You don't want to get them riled up, and you sure don't want to give them any power play time. But you're right. Roanoke's going to come out here. Ledzianko's going to be in the box for 2 minutes, probably for roughing if I had to guess. But Roanoke, on that 6-on-5, they had exactly 30 seconds. That's how long they had possession of the puck in the Bull zone with their goalie out of the net. So you can tell they've definitely got some offensive composure, and it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
They come in tonight on their first power play. They're third in the league on power play percentage, 19%. They scored 40 power play goals, giving up 4 shorthanded. Birmingham is the 8th best penalty kill in the league, 81% kill ratio. Birmingham on the year themselves have scored 4 shorthanded goals. But this is a big kill. I don't want to get down 2-0 early on, Greg.
Well, so far, Jody, in this first 8 minutes, I really like the Bulls in the offensive zone. And, Roanoke really does some good things in their offensive zone as well.
Power play just underway. O'Day slides it cross ice. Played by Roanoke. Nice play defensively by the Bulls. McGregor Sinclair all the way back in the Roanoke zone. They'll retrieve the puck. Matt O'Day circles. Comes through center ice. Soretsky on him. Gives him a whack with the stick. No call made. Dorsey. He'll drop it back to Widmar, the league's leading scorer. He banks one in off the boards, played behind the net. Gagnon off of the body of Travis Broman and out by Soretsky. He takes the stick up high. Puck played far boards. Youngworth with a nice play, smacks it back down. We're down to 1:20 of power play time remaining for Roanoke. 11:15 to go first period. Roanoke up 1-0. Matt O'Day drops it back. Played near side Dorsey. Gives it up for Broman, who will send it in deep. Loose puck in the corner. Players fighting for the puck there. Doug Scott was there, had it taken away. Scahill with a nice hit, but Roanoke has possession. Dorsey out of the reach of Manning. Scahill with a big hit. Roanoke's Manning comes up with the puck. He's watched by Doug Scott. Centers a pass back to Matt O'Day. Down low through the slot. That one goes wide. Played in the corner. Manning has it. Roanoke racking up possession time in the Bull zone on this power play. Manning gets it back to Dorsey. There's a return back at the point. Far side, Broman scores. Just nifty passing. They controlled the play, Greg, on that power play. Too much offensive zone time. And with only 31 seconds left in that power play, Roanoke takes a 2-1 lead.
Well, Jody, you can see how aggressive Roanoke was on that power play. And you know what I mean? As a coach, you always want to see two guys on the puck, especially when you're up a man. And Roanoke, that puck went off into the corner. They had three guys, three black jerseys against one white jersey in the corner. And with those odds, more times than not, you're going to come up with the puck, win those battles down low, and maintain possession, which is exactly what happened.
Birmingham finds themselves behind the proverbial 8-ball here, down 2-0. You know how I feel about that. I won't go over it again since some people think it's funny. But down 2-0, Birmingham needs the next goal. Points blank. Olenek sends it back at the point. There's Sadovsky with a shot deflected by Soreski. Goes just wide now behind the net. Olenek hauled down, no call. Sadovsky keeps it alive for the Bulls. Played behind the net, Colton Olenek there. He's held up on the play, still nothing. Now played by Roanoke, they'll skate away 3-on-2. Soreski will have to hustle back, and he does.
Offside.
Offside is the call, though, on Roanoke. And the faceoff will come outside the Bulls' blue line.
Yeah.
Greg, right now, the physical play of Roanoke is making a difference.
You can see, Jody, and you know, don't get me wrong. The Bulls are working hard, but you can see Roanoke just straightening up and holding them off physically and maintaining possession of that puck. Good job protecting the puck for Roanoke, and the Bulls are going to have to figure that out here.
Off the draw, played by Birmingham, out down 2-0. They'll try and get this next one back. Sadovsky had it, takes it, ships it back into center ice. Played by Drake Glover. Backhands one past Tim Gould. Aonzo sends it far side. Helmer chips it off the boards for Widmar. Taken away by Birmingham in front there with Sinclair. There's a shot, just goes wide of Soreski. He's hauled down, and again, no call. That was Birmingham's best offensive chance of the night. Back the other way comes Riefler. He spins away, has it taken away by Danny Waite. Waite brings it in, tries to cut wide. Can't, so he'll stop and come back. Back at the blue line, Kip Ledzianko's shot goes wide. Behind the net, C.J. Walker with it. Tries to get away from Wilkins. He can't do it. Birmingham has it. Near side, Crimmin. There's a low shot through traffic. Goes wide. There's another shot deflected in front. That was reflected by Rosek, but back the other way comes Widmar. Bertamini sends it in offside as he put the brakes on. Again, Birmingham is getting some chances. There's some good looks, maybe is a better way to put it. But right now, the physical play is just so strong on the puck, it's hard to take it away when they get it.
Well, and Jody, what I'm noticing even for Roanoke is I'm glad they've gone offside a couple times because their presence in the neutral zone is pretty amazing at how they're connecting with these passes and, you know, no-look drop passes to their guys. But, I mean, they're on the tape.
That power play goal was nice. Just quick pass, tape-to-tape passes, and Broman, like I said before, he has 141 penalty minutes, but he just scored his 20th goal of the season on that.
Well, one of those things where the Bulls on their opportunity, and I know you called it with Soretsky going down, and you know, but that was Glover. It was Glover, and he actually hit the post on the far side, but he was the one that was slow to get up and came back to the Bulls bench. So hopefully there's no problems there with him, because you said it, Jody, but Glover has been the mainstay. Glover and C.J. Walker, they've been a huge part of the Bulls' resurgence. Glover, 19 goals, 14 assists, and Walker, 15 goals, 18 assists, tied for 13th in the league, despite only appearing in half the games of the other comrades up there in that section of the scoring for the league.
Well, I'm sure Roanoke knows that. Dan Brimner, longtime coach of the Rail Yard Dogs, knows who to make sure doesn't have the puck on their
100%.
stick.
Yep.
And with the physical players he's got, Birmingham's going to have to devise a way to either A, find a way to get those players free or get someone else involved. Last goal scored by Roanoke, 9:28. Travis Broman's 20th of the year from Timmy Manning and Matt O'Day. 2-0 Roanoke. Crimmin with the puck behind his own net. Slides it near side for Myers. Myers lost it. Played by Roanoke. Birmingham chits it right back out. Olenek slides one around the boards. Goes far corner. Novotny is there. Near side, Matt Dorsey. Through center ice. Knocked away by Soretsky. Aonzo takes it away. Birmingham puts it back in. Soretsky had to retreat. Roanoke has the puck. Bryce Martin. Far side. It'll come near back to Dorsey. Dorsey puts one in deep. Youngworth chips it back through center ice for Soretsky. He'll dump it in deep. Only one forechecker going in as Birmingham's changing lines. Roanoke easily has the puck. Travis Broman. He'll set up play behind his net. Far side for Gould. Couldn't get it back to Broman. Played by the Bulls, Matt Wood takes it away. Slides it down in the corner. There's a shot save made by Rosick off the stick of Glover. In the near corner, Glover fighting for it. Puck squirts free into the slot. Roanoke will play it. They'll dump it in deep. Burt played near side. That's Harley, Andrew Harley. Loose puck picked up by C.J. Walker. He's hit on the play by Harley. Puck goes in the air and hits up high, so we'll have a face-off as a dead puck. 7:33 to go here in the first period of play. Roanoke up 2-0.
Yeah, just the feeling in the air, Jody, and just in watching the Bulls. You know what? You don't want to get comfortable resting on the success that you've had, especially at this time of the year with the race this tight. And, you know, Roanoke's coming in, and they were, you know, I think they had the bus legs, but they got those out pretty quick in about 4 minutes in, and they turned into a different hockey team.
Well, they didn't really have the bus legs. They played yesterday morning at 10.
Oh, okay.
So they hauled into town last night at 8, had a good night's rest. C.J. Walker cuts in front, thick save, rebound was there. Kip Ledzianko had it, but again, Rosick comes up with a stop. Now back through center ice. Helmer brings it into the Bull zone. Sends it behind the net, playing it there is Sadovsky. That's Caden Patterson takes it away, and they'll slide it around near side. Wilkins takes a hit there from Kip Ledzianko. Birmingham can't get it out. Carlson in front, tipped by Helmer. Save made by Stewart. Walker takes his man in the boards hard. That's Alex Wilkins who gets up slowly. He turned his back to Walker, but that was not a hit from behind or a boarding. He just turned at the same time Walker arrived. Now Bertamini behind his own net as Birmingham has changed lines. Danny Waite goes down right in front of the Roanoke bench. I didn't see who got the better of him. Loose puck at center ice, played by the Bull Soretsky. But Birmingham's Kip Ledzianko was in ahead of the play. Check that wasn't Ledzianko, that was Myers in ahead of the play, so offside is called on the Bulls with 6:27 to go here in the first.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, Jody. Keep your eye on Sinclair, because he's been having a heck of a run here against Roanoke. He had a great first couple of shifts.
Soretsky takes the puck off the draw, puts it behind Rosick. Now whistles have blown. I don't know if they're going to call offside. I don't know why the whistle blew. Manning is going to the penalty box, so I guess that's why.
Right.
Hooking is called on Timmy Manning. Birmingham brings the league-leading power play unit onto the ice. Birmingham has 24% success rate, 37 power play goals on the year, but Roanoke's penalty kill is strong, 85% penalty kill. They've scored one shorthanded goal, only given up 31 power play goals on the year.
Yeah, they're pretty defensively sound, Jody. I don't see them taking the opportunities here unless they're just given to them on the penalty kill.
Off the draw, played loose. Back, Ledzianko plays it at the point for Youngworth. Back to Kip. Kip plays it down low, back to Kip. Youngworth with it, just inside the blue line, near side Sinclair. Eases through the slot, drops it back for Youngworth. In front, looking for a deflection. It gets past Wood. Kip Ledzianko was there, goes down. Bulls keep it alive, though. Youngworth with it. Youngworth plays it down low off the skate of Glover. Back to Sinclair, now to Glover. Behind the net, Glover in front, score!
Wow.
A give-and-go play. Matt Wood with a beautiful pass to Drake Glover, who gave him the original pass and went straight to the net. Glover tips it up, top shelf. Birmingham with a huge power play goal of their own, cuts the lead to 2-1.
And there you go, Jody. Glover again on the power play. What a give and go there by Matt Wood. And they've both been on fire as of late. But Glover, is that his 12th power play goal of the season?
That's just a nice play by both of them.
Is that league leading, Jody?
That's second in the league. Now, I will say this. Coming into this game, Roanoke's penalty kill was stellar. They've only given up 11 power play goals on the road this year. Birmingham converts quickly on that as Gabe Rosick has the puck come straight to him, so he puts the mid on. Roanoke is no joke. They play hockey.
Wow.
Now, right then, Jordan Gagnon and Matt Dorsey kind of bump into each other. Dorsey looking for a little more. And I will say this, before the game, Kenny Britton and Matt Dorsey had a long conversation at center ice during warm-ups. Jordan Gagnon still has something to say.
Hey, I like that about Gagnon, Jody. He's been tenacious as of late.
Yeah, he's
and
really
been
turned
on
his game
fire.
around.
He's had some big goals in the last couple of games, especially at home. And, you know, I like what the kid brings to the table.
Something got into Jordan Gagnon about a month ago.
Yep.
And I like it, and he has played unbelievable hockey from the blue line since then. Travis Broman with the puck, had it chipped away from him by Soretsky, and it's loose at center ice. Olenek tried to get it back in, taken away by Roanoke. Matt Dorsey with the puck. Feeds it through center ice for Aonzo. Tipped into the Bull zone, back behind the net. It'll be played by Crimmin. Jordan Gagnon chips it right into the slot. Soretsky ahead for Myers. Myers goes in after it. Played there in front, stick save made by Rosick. And Greg, I don't even think he thought that shot was coming, but it hit his stick anyway, and he covered it up with that left mitt.
Well, one of those things, Jody, where you're coming in, you just burnt Rosick for a beautiful goal, so you want to get back down there and test him immediately and see how he holds up under a barrage of some shots after getting scored on. Like I said, between him and Rodebush, they don't give up many goals, period. So you want to keep that puck, and then you want to add on to it, see if you get another one right back to back.
Both these teams have been stellar in net the last 5 games, and all of a sudden here we are 3/4 of the way through the first period, 3 goals to score. Now Malmeister brings it into the Bull zone all alone, sends it in front. There was Harley there. He couldn't get the shot off. He actually loses his footing. Now C.J. Walker now back behind the play. Harley, and I believe that's Scahill getting in after it.
Yeah.
They're going to go for roughing. I believe it's going to be Scahill. He'll be sent off by himself. Scahill didn't like the way Harley went into Hayden Stewart. And again, this is not, look, Connor Scahill knows what he's doing. I just don't want to see us on the penalty kill all night long, Greg.
He went in hard, Jody, but I will say it wasn't intentional. Stewart fended it off. You know what I mean? He didn't take any extra liberties on Stewart or anything. So I'm okay with how that play developed for Roanoke. I think they handled it appropriately, but the Bulls, they got a couple of licks in there before Scahill did the, you know, what is that, DDT, where you grab somebody around the neck and then drop them down. I mean, come on, man. That's a bad penalty to take after it was already established that.
You just cut the lead in half to 2-1. You had some momentum on your side. Now Roanoke right back on the power play. And I'll say what I did in the first of this game. Tonight's a game where turning the other cheek is the best thing you can do to this hockey team.
100%. You don't want to fire them up, and you definitely don't want to give them that power play. I mean, you saw when they came out here on their last one, the puck possession was just crazy. 3 guys, they're all over the place in the Bulls' end. Hopefully the Bulls can have some better results here.
Sadowski gets it to Sinclair. He'll slide it back behind the net to Tracy. Tracy looks for an outlet, gets one out to Sinclair at center ice. He'll tip it into the Roanoke zone, played by Rosick. Second power play of the night by Roanoke. They're 1 for 1 as Matt Dorsey gets away from Sinclair, slides it cross ice for O'Day. He'll send it into the Bull zone, played along the far boards and out by McGregor Sinclair. New penalty killers on for the Bulls. Gagnon and Youngworth will play defense along with Glover. And still out on the ice, C.J. Walker. Walker couldn't get it past O'Day. He'll drop it back. Played by Widmar. Puts the brakes on, slides a nice pass down low. No one in front. Now finally to Travis Broman. Glover blocks that and sends the puck out of play. Birmingham's left defense over there went down, Greg, and let the play wide open in front. Now some more Gagnon.
Yeah. Dorsey and Gagnon.
They're still mouthing at each other. You played this game. I didn't professionally. You can talk about it, but to me, you got to know with 3:49 to go here in the first period, another minute 12 to kill of this power play, the last thing you want to do is get it even worse.
Well, and the way Gagnon's been playing as of late, Jody, you don't want to lose him for 5 minutes right now.
Off the draw, played by Roanoke. Gould has it. Gould slides it over far side. Riefler with it, takes the shot, he scores. Snuck it into that near post. And Birmingham gives up another power play goal, now trailing 3-1. This is what I meant by don't do this.
Well, it is what it is, Jody, but I mean, you're learning the lesson the hard way right now.
Well, it's a big lesson, though.
3 goals on 9 shots, but when you give up stuff like that, like Roanoke, they are deadly on this power play. They're very composed. They know exactly where they're going, and they're not going to miss very often, I don't think.
Sadowski off the draw, has the puck, sends it into the Roanoke zone. Played back behind, and icing will be called on the Bulls. 3:36 to go. First, Roanoke up 3-1. Greg, what does that do to the momentum? You were right back in this thing at 2-1.
Wow.
And then you look up at the board, and all of a sudden, 30 seconds into the power play, you're down 3-1. What's that mentality do?
Jody, it's one of those things where it's not that Roanoke is doing anything except capitalizing on what the Bulls are giving them. You know what I mean? But you don't want to give a team like this too many of those gifts.
Off the draw, played back behind the net. It comes out in front. Back behind the net, it's played. Now there's a centering pass. Roanoke really putting on a clinic in the offensive zone. Waite picks the loose puck up, and Danny will bring it into the Roanoke zone. He can't cut around Wilkins. Slides it in front. Get back at the point for the Bulls. There's a shot knocked down, picked up by Roanoke, and they'll back behind their own net, play it near side for Harley. Now Tracy takes his man out. Harley on his knees, plays it though to center ice. Sadowski has it for the Bulls. Line change coming for Birmingham. Sadowski takes a big hit, played off the stick of Rosick along the far boards. Widmar there, along with Glover, fighting for possession. Roanoke comes out with it. Wrapped one around the boards. It gets past Stewart. Riefler is there, the last goal scorer for Roanoke. He's checked on the play by Crimmin, and Sinclair picks the loose puck up. Birmingham can't get it out, though. Wood fighting for possession. It comes to Widmar. Back for Bryce Martin. Return for Widmar in the corner. Goes down, but still manages in front. There's a save made. Rebound loose, and another save made. From his belly, he got that pass off. And 2 excellent scoring chances by the Wade side. Now 2-on-1 if we hurry for Birmingham. Matt Wood drops it back. Crimmin shot blocked. And a nice defensive play by Roanoke. Widmar has the loose puck up. Timmy Manning felt all of that, though, as he's doubled over going to the bench. There's a loose puck in front. Deflected. Sticked away by Stewart. Back comes Birmingham. Just up and down right now. Myers brings the puck in left wing side. Slides it in front. Just a little too far past Olenek. And he couldn't get the stick on the puck in time. Roanoke plays it along the far boards. Dorsey will now bring it into the Birmingham zone. Just flying up and down the ice. Big hit there by Scahill on Novotny. Loose puck comes right out in front for Stewart, and he dives on it, prone on the ice. Roanoke is just, and Birmingham is skating with them. It's not like this is one-sided, but they seem to be so much more calm and composed in the offensive zone than any team we've seen in this building this year.
Well, Jody, this looks like men's league on steroids. And what I mean by that, it's like There's no defense in men's league. It's 4 guys rushing the net and everything like that, and you can see it. 2-on-1s all over the place, both ends of the ice. Big hit by the Bulls behind the net, but we can't give that up.
Yeah.
Being down by 2, that open in front of the net.
And back into the Roanoke zone. Broman has it. He'll slide it over for Aonzo. Through center ice, it's played for Dorsey. Dorsey dumps one in. Gets past Stewart. Far side for Youngworth. Youngworth goes down. Played along the near side, Gagnon and Dorsey. Puck comes free to that blue line. Gould keeps it alive. Broman has it. One of the goal scorers for Roanoke. A minute left to go here in the first period of play. Again, Roanoke with possession in the Bull zone, but they pass it out into center ice. They'll have to retreat. Delayed offside is called until they vacate the zone, and they do. Birmingham, Gagnon has it. He'll dump it into Rosick right on that bouncing puck. He plays it coolly.
Gagnon.
Now Gagnon in front of the Bulls bench. He's getting into it, and there they go. Gagnon drops the gloves. I don't see who he's with. I'm sure it's Dorsey,
No,
although
it's
I can't
not.
see. It's not Dorsey?
Nope.
No, it's not. It's Pattison, Caden Pattison. Both players go down, getting in good rides. Pattison lands on top of Gagnon, and Gagnon was kind of itching for it
No,
this whole game.
not that one, Jody.
But that one, Pattison came over and stopped Gagnon.
Yep.
Now they're going to be escorted to the locker rooms with only
Wow.
33 seconds remaining here in the first. I hope no instigator is given on this play, but if it does, it'll be to Pattison.
Well, that was it,
It
Jody.
should be, at least.
Gagnon just came across the red line. He sent it in deep. Pattison came over, was hoping to catch him with a big hit on the sidewall there in front of Roanoke's bench. Gagnon hit the brakes. The hit wasn't there, and then Patterson went back over and said, hey, let's go. Threw a little cross-check his way, and it was on from there. So that'll get the Bulls fired up here.
Well, no power play will result for either team. Both get 5 for fighting.
Right.
With 33.8 to go here in the first. Face-off in the Roanoke zone. Sinclair on the draw for Birmingham. Carlson wins it, though, for Roanoke. Shovels it behind his own net. Played back through center ice. They try to set it up for Harley. Wood has it. Off the stick of Sinclair. Sinclair draws it back for Glover. Score! What a play. McGregor Sinclair, hard work. Just possessing that puck, trying to get it back. He won his one-on-one battle, shoveled a great pass back to Drake Glover, who once again for Birmingham scores his second goal of the night. And for Drake, that's his 21st of the year, and a big one for Birmingham late in this first period to cut the lead to 3-2.
Yeah, Glover with the nice give there, Jody. Gave it to St. Clair, and then St. Clair popped it back across through the feet to Glover, and he made no mistake on that one. Banging it home, low blocker on Rosick.
Now there's discussion at the scorer's table. Roanoke's not happy about something. I don't know if they're calling for an offside that should have been called that wasn't, or what, but they'll skate away from that scorer's table. Birmingham's goal.
Well, both teams.
With 18 seconds left in the period.
They've just hung up the defense, Jody,
Yeah.
and it's just high-octane offense from here on out. So,
Well, here we go. Matt O'Day with the puck. Gives it over to Timmy Manning. Back into the Bull zone. Stewart will play it around the near boards. Myers. He'll get it out for Sereski, who dumps it in with 5 seconds left to go. Olenek in the Roanoke zone. Sends one around the far boards, and that'll do it. Escahill turned and shot it. Riefler blocked it. And what an entertaining first period of play. Both teams with a couple of power play goal. I'm sorry, Roanoke with 2 power play goals, and that's the difference in this hockey game right now, Greg.
yep.
As Roanoke scores a couple of goals while Birmingham doesn't have a full allotment of players on the ice. We got to stay out of the box
Well,
tonight.
and I think that's the message, Jody, where if you had said coming into this game, hey, the Bulls coming out of the first period, we're going to have 2 goals against Roanoke, knowing how solid Roanoke's been from the net out in the last 5 games, I would have said, hey, I would take that, but not with those 2, what I'm going to call bad penalties that we should not have taken. There was no call for it. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
You want to shore up something, do it at the appropriate time, but not when you're in a tight game, especially when it's end-to-end and everything's going on the way that it did. You know what? the Bulls just got to bring it down and tailor those emotions and just keep it level, clear the mechanism, come back out, rinse and repeat, have the same period you just have, but take away the bad decisions.
I still maintain, Greg, Roanoke's not going to change their style of play. They're rough, they're tough, they're physical, and they have a couple of lines they can throw at you that can score.
Sure.
That said, if you back off of Roanoke and allow them to do all the physical work you want without retaliation,
Right.
then you are on top of this. You cannot give Roanoke extra opportunities, and you definitely can't put them back on the power play. They're 2 for 2 for the night, and that's the difference in this hockey game. At the end of one, Birmingham, an excellent job, if you ask me, trailing 3-2 at the end of one. Drake Glover with a second goal of the game, his 20th and 21st of the season. Nifty passing on his first one by Matt Wood, and that one by McGregor Sinclair. But a late goal, 1942, the time of that Drake Glover goal, gets the Bulls back to within one.
So, we'll see, Jody, but like I said, the Bulls are right there with them. And I know that, Roanoke, they're second in the league. And I was watching them at certain points of that period, and I'm like, wow, I can see why
no
they're
kidding.
the second place team in the league. But then the Bulls have flashes of excellence that's right up there with them. And I'm like, there's not a lot of difference, especially based on the outcome of this period, where you take away down there in front of the net, in front of Stewart, 2 bad penalties. You cannot put Roanoke on the power play, and that's the bottom line.
Would it be silly for me to say that the only physical play I would like to see out of the Bulls tonight is anything within 5 foot in front of Hayden Stewart? If any blue jersey of Roanoke's there, I want somebody to clear the net for Stewie.
Well, yeah, you want them to clear the net, but that hasn't really been the MO of Roanoke.
No.
You know what I mean? We've been in games
No.
in the past, and like Peoria, Roanoke 3 years ago, they were very intentional about coming in and overplaying the pressure to the front of the net and being extra aggressive. I'm not seeing that tonight. But then again, when Roanoke's passing peas around in the Bulls zone,
Yeah.
you know what I
And
mean?
controlling those passes as well.
That's what I mean. That's not their MO tonight. They're not coming in trying to get in front of Stewart. They're happy getting their points and just tic-tac-toeing it around in the Bulls defense, where they got to figure that out, because the swarm of Roanoke down low in the corners is something the Bulls are going to have to address, and they're going to have to send just as many players as Roanoke is down there, down low, or Roanoke's going to come up with every one of those pucks. That's a puck battle below the goal line.
Well, if you don't know what playoff hockey is, you should be in the building tonight,
Right.
because this is exactly what playoff hockey feels like before the playoffs. And it is playoff hockey. This is a very, very important game for both teams, not just Birmingham, but Roanoke as well. They want to maintain the positioning they're in.
Sure.
And Birmingham's still looking to move on up in the standings, as they've been doing for the past month and a half. So this sets up a really, really great, I can't wait. I can't wait for the next period of hockey. This is going to be a good one. If you're listening, stay with us. If you're watching, enjoy it. And if you can get down here still, I'm sure there's somebody at the front door that'll let you in. It'll be nice to see. It'll be a fun game to watch. All right. Score at the end of one period of play, Birmingham trailing Roanoke by a score of 3-2. We'll come back in a few minutes, give you an update around the league and a recap of the first period scoring. For Greg Drevany, I'm Jody Cherneski, and this is Birmingham Bulls Hockey.
we're back here in Pelham, where the Bulls trail the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs 3-2 after the first period. Shots on goal in the first by the Dogs 12, by the Bulls 10. So we'll look and see around the league, as we talked about it earlier in the pregame, with the Bulls having that 6-point spread, Jody. 6 points out of second place, sole possession, and then again in the same breath, 6 points out of 10th place. So you talk about how important tonight's game is for the Bulls, especially this weekend, Roanoke being in second place in the league, and then looking around at the rest of the games going on, we've got Fayetteville and Quad City. They're tied at 1 after 2 periods of play. Here at Pelham, Roanoke 3, Bulls 2. No score, Knoxville and Evansville. And Pensacola just got a late first period goal, and they are up 2-1 over Macon. So, with that being said, where everybody sits, Quad City and Fayetteville, they are currently 10th, Fayetteville, and Quad City is 8th. So, Jody,
Yep.
if you're there, who do you want to win that game?
Well, by looking at the standings, you know, Fayetteville's got more games in hand, and so I guess.
Yeah.
But Quad's closer to the Bulls in the standings, so I'm just going to guess I want Fayetteville to take that one.
Yep, I think Fayetteville won't want them to take that one. And then looking at Knoxville and Evansville, that's tight. Knoxville is in 7th place, just behind the Bulls with 52. Bulls sitting at 54 in sole possession of 6th. So Evansville sitting at 3rd with 57, 3 points ahead of the Bulls. So, I mean, you know, it's a little bit of devil's advocate there, you know, but I still would like to see the Bulls with how high they're going to climb, being in their own hands right now. I just want to see the Bulls keep winning.
Yeah.
And I want to see everybody below us.
Well, the thing that you can't take into, or you have to take into consideration too, Greg, is a lot of times around the league you get 3-point games.
Right.
And that really screws the standings up versus, you know, winning in regulation.
100%.
Sometimes it's close, sometimes it's either way. Let me give you a real quick rundown of scoring first. Roanoke gets things underway, 6:15 of the first. Goal by Matt Carlson, his second of the year, assisted by Bryce Martin. 9:28, they get a second goal. Travis Broman picks up his 20th of the year from Matt O'Day and Timmy Manning on the power play. Birmingham cut the lead at 2-1 at 14:13 of the first as Drake Glover scores his first of the ninth and 20th of the year. Beautiful assist on the play from Matt Wood, the rookie, along with Cole Youngworth. Birmingham converts on the power play. Roanoke got the lead back again, 3-1, that 2-goal lead at 16:19, just a little over 2 minutes later. That goal coming off the stick of Ryan Riefler, nifty pass work on the power play, his 5th of the year. That one coming from Tim Gould, the newcomer, and Tim Manning, who picks up his 2nd point of the night. Birmingham gets the late goal to cut the lead to 3-2. Drake Glover's 2nd goal of the night, 21st of the year, as McGregor Sinclair made that play happen, digging the puck loose, staying with it, bodying his man off. Nifty pass back to Glover, who buried it. And that's where we stand, 3-2 Roanoke after 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, and I'd be interested to see what Glover's shooting percentage is, Jody, because you talked about it before, about the number of shots he's had compared to the number of goals, and it's high.
We'll check that out at the end of the second period. We know it's increased, I'll put it that way, with 2 goals.
Well, especially tonight, because I want to say he's probably had 3 shots on goal and 2 goals. So that's really high, going to push those numbers up. But yeah, Glover as of late has been on fire. Sinclair will be another one to watch too, because him and Matt Wood, they've been Roanoke killers as well. And Sinclair, I think he's had 6 points in the series against Roanoke.
That's
so
just
far.
in 3 games too, Greg.
Right, that's what I mean.
All right, here we go. Second period about to get underway. Danny Waite, I've called him Doug once tonight. Widmar on the draw, gets it back to O'Day, and we're underway. Tim Manning with the puck, takes a big hit and delivers one as well to Youngworth. He got that elbow up, Greg.
Yep.
Youngworth went down, played back behind the Bulls' net. Widmar has it. Looks like Roanoke has came out and decided we're going to win this game physically. Manning spins away from one man out front. Back on the wraparound save made by Stewart. Puck gets back into the Roanoke zone. Martin will pick it up. Kip Ledzianko on him. So he'll spin it up through center ice. Dorsey avoids the check of Waite. Loose now picked up by C.J. Walker. Back into the Roanoke zone. C.J. off the stick of Rosick, comes around near side where Sinclair puts it back behind the net. Ledzianko tried to center the pass. It got underneath of the defenseman Bryce Martin. Loose for a split second or two, but Rosick put the glove on it with Kip Ledzianko in front, so we'll have a face-off in the Roanoke zone.
Well, and like that play by Ledzianko there, Jody, it was just a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't to
But
anybody.
that's okay.
I know.
Putting the puck on the net is never a bad idea.
But I'm just saying that's the difference in what I'm seeing out of Roanoke,
Yeah.
though. They're very decisive and intentional.
Glover's shot right off the draw goes about a foot wide of that far post. Tracy gives it up to Matt Wood. It's off his stick, but kept alive by Glover. Now it's played by Dorsey. Back behind the net, Roanoke will go up far boards. Widmar with the puck. Gets it ahead, look out. Novotny with it, centers a pass back. Pass to everyone, chipped over by Sinclair for Glover. Back to Sinclair. Nowhere to go. He'll hold on to the puck back behind the net. Banks went off the boards to his defense. Tracy, near side Scott, back to Tracy. Tried to center one for Wood, kept in by the Bulls. Scott with a shot blocker save. Rebound comes just far wide of that far post in front. Glover was there. That shot off Glover's stick. He never really got all of it, and it went behind the net. Played back at center ice. Picked up by Novotny. He'll bring it in with Scahill back. Novotny shot, tough shot, big save there by Stewart. Puck banks off the glass high, played by the Bull Scahill. Up through center ice, corralled by Roanoke. Now Harley had it taken away from him, Connor Scahill. For Olenek. Out of the reach of Myers, but he does manage to tip it in. Soreski goes in hard after the puck, back behind the goal line. Squirts free for Roanoke, and they'll bring it back. There's a pass out of the reach of the Rail Yard Dogs, picked up by the Bulls. Olenek tried to tip one ahead to Glover's, knocked away, and Roanoke will put it right back in, giving chase. Malmeister. There's a hit on Scahill by Harley. The centering pass, Myers intercepts, but puts it to a spot on the boards where the Roanoke player was the only one there. Birmingham does manage to get it out, but icing will be called on the Bulls. Myers, I don't want to say panicked there, Greg, but he did not want to get caught with his pants down in the slot, so he just sent it over the boards as quickly as he could.
Well, and both teams have picked up right where they left off at the end of the first period, Jody, and both of them have their foot on the gas once again, and they're bringing it high-octane offense all around. Hayden Stewart made a couple of big saves. The same thing down there. Glover just missed on the natural hat trick, Jody.
I wasn't going to say those 2 words or 3 words. There's a shot off the draw. Bryce Martin into the midsection of Stewart, and he'll gobble it up. I'm kind of superstitious, so when you said that, it kind of gives me the boo-boo jeebies.
It's different. It's not like the
other. It's been a while since we've seen one of those, you know.
Yeah, it has been.
Face off in the Bull zone to the left of Hayden Stewart. Widmar on the draw for Roanoke. Danny Waite for the Bulls. Waite controls. Banked off the boards for Kip Ledzianko. It bounces over his stick, but it comes right to C.J. Walker. Walker tried to get one through the slot to Kip, and it's knocked away, and back into the Bull zone it's sent. Crimmin with it. Sends it up near side. Walker has Ledzianko with him. Taken away, though, by Roanoke. Loose at center ice, played by the Bulls' Walker. He'll dump one in deep. Stopped by Roanoke, and they'll put it right back out. Bryce Martin with the puck. He'll send it in deep. All the way around near side. Novotny after it. Youngworth on him. Crimmin chipped it along to the far boards for Kip. Back through center ice. Dorsey will pick it up for Roanoke. Back behind their own net. Roanoke will play it near side. through center ice for Novotny. Good job controlling a hard pass. Gets it in, but offside is going to be called on Roanoke with 16:15 to go here in the second period. Still 3-2 Roanoke.
Lots of bodies being thrown around, Jody. Both teams aggressive, especially on those M boards. You saw Kremen getting hit down there on the Bulls defense after making that play. But, I mean, that's tough hockey. You're going to get hit.
So at this time of the year is, though, Greg. It's time to play that kind of hockey. Off the draw, Matt Wood just muscles his way past two Roanoke defenders, gets the puck in deep, and although that puck just trickled in on Rosick, to me, that's a big play because now you got a face-off deep in the Roanoke zone.
Well, it's one of those things, Jody. I think part of the success to Roanoke is coming in, having that physical presence early in a game, and hoping other teams just pack up the lawn chairs and, you know what I mean, fold up the tent and just want to ride out a nice, quiet game. But the Bulls are fighting through it here.
Sinclair wins it back to Sadowski. Near side, Glover takes the shot, gloved by Rosick, and he'll hold on to it. So that play by Wood resulted in a shot on goal and at least a scoring chance for Glover. It didn't convert, but it beats being down in your own zone trying to get the puck away from Roanoke.
Well, and that kind of effort is contagious, Jody, especially right in front of the Bulls bench. She was battling through that to force the face-off.
Sinclair wins possession on the draw, but taken away by Ayonzo. Flips one in high back behind the net of Hayden Stewart. Off the near boards, back into the Roanoke zone. It won't be icy. Sinclair touches it up first, sends it far side for Tracy. Returned it right back for McGregor. Sinclair takes it away from Gould. Going down on the play with Sinclair, and Gould's going to go to the penalty box and give Birmingham their second power play opportunity of the night. And believe it or not, Greg, we're 3 for 3 on the power play tonight as Roanoke's 2 for 2. Birmingham was 1 for 1. Can we make it 4 for 4?
Well, enter Drake Glover. Come into the situation. It looks like they'll come out with Soretsky, Wade, Olenek first and save Glover for the backside. So we'll see how this goes.
Well, Walker's going to man the quarterback spot on this power play. On the draw, no one controls. Still loose in that face-off circle. Played back for Scahill. Tried to get it to Walker off his stick. Roanoke can't get it out. Puck squirts free to Waite, back to Scahill, just inside the blue line. Scahill gives it back to Danny Waite. He sends a wrister in, blocked in front, score! Soretsky was right there. Rosick could not control the rebound, and that low shot from the point, Greg, results in a Birmingham goal and the second power play of the night. Both teams 2 for 2, and Birmingham has tied this game up at 3-3.
And Jody, what I like about that goal, it was unconventional. Didn't have to be tic-tac-toe. Came in, hit somebody up in the pants and the equipment, bobbled around there, fooled Rosick a little bit, but Soretsky was just standing right in the perfect spot. It almost fell over the back of the net, banging that one home, but I don't care how it got there. I'll take it. We're all tied up at 3.
We knew it was going to be this way after that late goal by Birmingham in the first. Now we're all tied up, and this is fun hockey. Off the draw, Roanoke through center ice. Manning hit by Scahill. Puck picked up by Doug Scott. He'll whip one around the boards. Look out, Kenny Britton's on the ice. He's fighting for possession. It gets it back to his defense, and here comes Connor Scahill. He'll gain that center ice stripe and dump it in. Played into the corner, Broman. Near side, Broman goes down. A penalty coming up on Kenny Britton. Manning will bring the puck in on a delayed call. Into the far corner, it's played. Back behind the net, Bryce Martin has it taken away by Ledzianko. And the one thing I did not want to see has happened here with 14:43 to go in the second, Greg.
Well, one of those things, just a little bit too much whatever in vinegar, Jody. In on that forecheck, and Britton taking an offensive zone penalty.
Yeah, that's just,
you know, the only thing.
He knows better than that.
Yeah, I know. But
he's a veteran.
The only thing worse than that, Jody, is an offensive zone sticking penalty. But still, there's never a reason to take a penalty in the offensive zone. You're in on the forecheck. You know what? Just rub the guy out. You just tied it up 3-3.
I mean, you got all the momentum in the world. You fought back from a 3-1 deficit to tie this game up. A nice crowd in the building.
Yep.
You got momentum on your side now. What you haven't done all night is to kill a penalty that Roanoke's on the power play. We haven't been able to kill one penalty tonight. Neither team has. We don't want to put Roanoke back on the man advantage, and that's what's happened.
Well, we'll see what happens here. And you know what? The X factor, Hayden Stewart.
Yep.
In goal for the Bulls, and your goaltender's your best penalty killer, Jody, and Stewie's going to have to be on point here.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up. Stewie's good with the puck. He can handle the puck. He can be your fifth man on the ice
100%.
in the right situation. Since he can handle the puck, he can get it out himself or pass it as well. But right now, I'm not really concerned about that. I just want to kill a penalty, and the faceoff will be in the Bull zone. McGregor Sinclair had a good night so far. Loose puck. Played back for Roanoke. They'll set the power play up. Youngworth had it taken away. Look out. There's Broman in front. Still loose. Goes to the far boards. Big body on the play. Broman just took the puck away from his, just using sheer strength. O'Day sets it up for Dorsey. Back to O'Day. Look out. Near side for Widmar. The league's leading scorer has the puck. Drops it for O'Day. Top of the face-off circle. Back to Widmar. Sends one in front. Deflected. Save made. Or knocked down. And Gagnon, with a good job, clears it down the ice. But once again, Greg, they are really good possessing that puck on the power play.
Oh, yeah, but you can see, Jody, one of those things where Widmer might be an awesome goal scorer for Roanoke, but...
Do we have another penalty coming up? This one may be on Walker. It is.
Oh, my gosh.
Walker's going to the box, and a minute 18 remaining on the Kenny Britton penalty. Roanoke will be on a 5-on-3 advantage. Here's the call.
On the ice.
Oh, my
Birmingham
goodness.
penalty, too many men on the ice.
I'm just, I'll leave that one alone. But we got to kill a penalty. We're down 5-on-3.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I
was
saw when he made the
impressed.
call. I was wondering what the whistle was, and sad to say it was that. Off the draw on the far board. Sadowski fighting hard for the puck, gets it out. Sadowski is out with Drake Glover, along with Colin Tracy. Matt O'Day brings the puck down. He'll drop it back on his defense. Widmar will bring it in for Novotny. Stops, puts the brakes on, gets it back to O'Day. Through the slot, slides one over. Broman had it, almost lost it. Back to O'Day. Broman, a goal scorer tonight. Gives it to O'Day, wasn't expecting the pass, but Roanoke picks the loose puck up. Widmar with it. Gets it back to O'Day. Birmingham packing it in tight on that triangle. Widmar with it, gives it up. Broman back to Widmar. Down low. Widmar takes a shot, save made, rebound. Or deflected into the near corner. That's a big play. Loose though. Glover fighting for it. Gets back at the point. Widmar keeps it alive. Far side pass. Back to Widmar. He shoots. Save made. Rebound score. Birmingham had the opportunity, Greg, but you cannot, as I keep saying, you cannot keep giving power play opportunities up. They are 3 for 3 on the night, and that is the difference in this hockey game.
Well, and the bad thing about that one, Jody, is that with 18 seconds remaining in Britain's first penalty, that will come off the board, and the Bulls are still going to be on the penalty kill here for another minute 101 here left in the penalty to Walker. Too many men on the ice.
Why is this so frustrating to me right now?
Well, they were right there, Jody.
101 left in the penalty to C.J. Walker. He's serving it. Really, it's not on C.J. Walker. It's a bench penalty that he's serving for too many men on the ice. We'll get the call on the goal in a minute. Roanoke sets the play up. Less than 50 seconds to go on this power play. Gould. He'll drop it back. Riefler sends it in. They're offside. They're going to have to vacate. Birmingham has it. Gagnon holds on to the puck, and he just smacks one down into the Roanoke zone. Played by Gould. Tim Gould in only his third game for Roanoke. On a big power play. Riefler with it. We're down to 30 seconds of power play time remaining. Riefler gets one past Sinclair. Gagnon is there first. Tries to chip it out. Still loose along the far board. Sinclair does bank it off the boards back into the Roanoke zone. Down to 10 seconds of power play time remaining. Run time for one more rush for Roanoke. Helmer brings it in. C.J. Walker about to get out of the box. Birmingham has killed the first power play of the night for either team. Youngworth has it. He'll skate through center ice. 5-on-5 hockey. Youngworth with it. Plays it down low. Wood was in front. Couldn't get him the puck. Youngworth takes a shot. Knocked down in front. Played along the corner. Far side. Roanoke has it. Big hit there by Tracy. Birmingham takes the puck away, and Walker had it poked away from him. Look out. Here we go. Bryce Martin brings the puck in. Slides one over. Youngworth with a nice play. Chipped it into the sideboards. Carlson with it. Youngworth takes it back away from him. C.J. Walker in as well. They're fighting for possession at the Zamboni entrance. Right in the near corner. Squirts free along the near side. Goes into the air. No one knows where it is. It comes down in that face-off circle. Carlson goes down. Walker looked to see if the referee was going to make the call, and he didn't. Now Wait with it. Danny. Nice pass to C.J. Walker. Walker gets it ahead for Wood, who puts it in. Birmingham will change lines. 10:50 to go. Second period. Roanoke 4, Birmingham 3. Dawgs bring it back through center ice. Widmar drops it back. Gets back behind the net. Scott turns his back on his man. Dorsey picks the loose puck up. Shovels it out. Look out. Widmar's there. He scores. Okay.
Yeah, how he got so wide open right there between the hash marks, Jody. You saw it. Like I said, Roanoke looks for that play. Whenever the guy's coming down the far wall, it's like the weak side winger who's on the post. He jumped off the post into the slot, created time and space ahead of the D. They net drive one guy straight to tie up both defenders, and just like that, we got a 5-3 game, Roanoke.
Just a few minutes ago, Greg.
Yep.
We were 3-3, and then a couple of penalties, and it's 5-3.
I mean, that seems like an eternity ago, Jody.
I know.
But it was literally 3 minutes ago. 10:40 to go here in the second. Dawgs up by 2.
Widmar on the goal. His 25th of the year, league leading score. Birmingham needs this next goal in the worst of ways. Crimmin with the puck in his own zone. Tries to chip it out. Played back behind for Stewart. He stops and gives it up for Scahill. Scahill at center ice for Soretsky. 2 men back for Roanoke. Soretsky takes the shot. Easy stick save into the mitt of Rosick, and he'll hold on. 10:15 to go here in the second period of play. Birmingham trailing once again by 2 goals at 5-3. We fought our way back from the first time. It was 3-1 to tie it up. We can do it again, but you cannot do it when you're killing penalties, Greg.
Right, 100%. What's the most goals that's been scored in a game this year? Is it 8?
8.
I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't a 9-8 hockey game, Jody, one way or the other.
I don't like those kind of hockey games, though, Greg.
Well, me neither, but I'll take
a win
I'll
if we
take
get that.
if we get the 9.
Yeah. Face off in the Roanoke zone. Soretsky for Birmingham on the draw. Matt Carlson for Roanoke. Off the draw, loose in that face-off circle. It's picked up, though, by Roanoke. As Patterson has it, trying to get it in deep. Taken away by Crimmer. Loose puck at center ice, put back in by Roanoke. He gets past Stewart. Along the near board, Scahill avoids the check and gets the puck out. Wood slides it over for Britton, who put himself offside.
Soretsky, yeah.
And 9:53 to go. We'll have a media timeout here. 5-3 the score. Roanoke out shooting Birmingham 19-15.
But yeah, Jody, that's something, you know, that I know Drake Glover has to do exceptional things to get his scoring opportunities. And Widmer should be that guy for Roanoke, that when he's on the ice, you know what? You just want to have a guy that's constantly going to have a stick on him, especially in our zone. You know, I'm just amazed that he got that wide open in the slot by himself. And that'll be something. They'll have to rewind the video on that and take another look at it. Because tomorrow night, the remainder of tonight, you do not want that guy with time and space in your slot.
He's came into tonight 11 points ahead of the second place scorer in the SPHL. And he's done nothing but improve himself tonight. you can't leave him all alone. Taylor Joseph going into the game, Greg, as Hayden Stewart's had enough for the night. Joseph will come out after giving up 5. Not Hayden Stewart's fault.
No.
I can't think of one goal that he gave up that is. So maybe putting him in shakes things up. What's the reasoning?
Well, who knows? Sometimes, Jody, when you're a goalie, like, I don't think Simmer told Joseph to jump and go. You know what I mean? I think Hayden Stewart, being a veteran, just looked up at the clock, realized what's going on, is like, hey, you know what?
You think he realizes
Yeah,
that?
it's not my night.
I still think it's as the puck gets out of play. I appreciate, if that's the case,
Well,
him being man enough to say, hey, it's not my night tonight, but I still will say none of those 5 goals are his fault, Greg.
Well,
3 of them are power play goals.
I agree 100%, Jody, but sometimes you got to look at the bigger picture outside of your own personal wherewithal, and sometimes you got to shake up what's going on with the
I get it.
team, and I think that's the call Hayden Stewart made.
Well, it's not a call that I disagree with. I'd actually agree with it. I just want everyone to know that's listening, you can't blame Hayden Stewart for this.
100%.
Not in the least. Played by Roanoke. Widmar has it in the Bull zone. Tried a centering pass, knocked away by the Bulls, and they'll clear it back to center ice. 9:29 to go. Second period, Roanoke 5, Birmingham 3, as Doug Scott banks one off the boards and out to center ice. Walker almost took that away, but Johnny Aonzo has it, and he'll bring it in. Lifts one high off the glass, played behind the net. Scott tries to catch up with it. He does, but it's knocked down by Widmar. Widmar with the puck. Into the corner it's played. Return. There's a shot for Widmar. He tried to pass it back, intercepted by Glover, gives it up to Walker. Walker avoids the check, but costs the puck up in the process, and Aonzo plays it back in his own zone. Gets past Harley, back into the Bull zone. Joseph will stop it and play it. Near side, Kipledzianko had a bounce over his stick, kept in by Roanoke. Back at the point, Bertamini shot well wide of the net. C.J. Walker's there for Birmingham, ahead to Kip. Now 4 men back. He has no choice but just to put the brakes on and get back in his own zone. No one else for the Bulls was there. Kip sends one into the near corner. Off the board, just played. Look out, Wade is there. 1 shot, 2 shots, save made. Rebound loose. Played along the near boards. Nice hustle there by Waite. Just couldn't get it past Rosick.
Oh, he tried, Jody.
Yep.
Good job by Waite there, finding that puck. 1 stick on 3, and he still got off a couple shots.
Gagnon will put it in deep. He goes down on the play. Played along the far boards. Riefler has it. Ryan Riefler through center ice. Chips a pass over for Broman, taken away by Gagnon. Gagnon gives it up for Olenek, has Waite with him. Gagnon cruising to the net. Olenek shot. Save is made, and Gagnon
Here we go again.
takes his man into the net, knocks it off his mooring. I did not see who the Roanoke player was.
He's going to go to the box, Jody.
I don't know, Greg.
He's going to go to the box.
You're saying Gagnon's going to get it for this? The only thing that could be called is
roughing.
Interference, maybe, but Gagnon's going to the bench. I hope you're wrong. They're putting the net back on its moorings. But I know the Roanoke defender, and there he is there. He did not like it at all. To his credit, though, he didn't go after him. And that is Bertamini. Connor Bertamini and Gagnon mouthing at each other now, both back on the bench, so no call was made. I'm glad you were wrong.
Well, I'm glad I was wrong, too, but the referee raised his arm, Jody, and maybe it just all got lost in the commotion of everything else, and he thought twice about it, so I'm okay with it, but once again, don't want to go on the PK here
I've had
again.
enough of killing penalties tonight. We're not good at it tonight. Roanoke sends the puck into the near corner. Pattison takes the hit. Carlson has it. Scahill takes it away from him, and the puck goes loose far boards. Tracy plays it back behind the net, near side for Olenek. Can't get it out. Comes back to Tracy, who finally does. Nice pass ahead. Look out. There's Myers, a shot blocker save made by Rosick. Myers heard skates behind him, and he got that shot off probably about a second too early.
I like that shot selection,
I do
though,
too.
Jody.
He tried to nail that top side over there.
Yeah, we needed that one, though.
Glover lost possession of the puck. Helmer back to Widmar. Look out. Widmar, a shot save made by Joseph. That's a big save.
Yeah, it is.
O'Day with a shot through the point, knocked down in front. Glover with it. Now
Jeepers.
Helmer goes down on the play, and we're going to have another penalty to kill, Greg. I've about had enough of this.
Yeah, Creeman just on the follow-through, Jody, brought his stick back. Brought his stick back to shoot that puck around the wall, and on his back follow-through, he just hit him in the face. Like he wasn't even
Well,
looking.
it's not intentional,
No,
but you're
but
still responsible for your stick.
Yep.
Roanoke 3 for 4 on the power play tonight, and they'll get another shot at it. Up
Oh my
5-3.
gosh, he's gonna get a double minor,
Double
Jody.
minor, so blood was drawn.
Holy cow.
Okay.
Creeman had a double minor in Macon too, I think, for a sticking infraction, didn't he?
I don't remember, to be quite honest with you, but I know this one's not what we need right now. With 6:54 to go in the second, we're down by 2. Now we got to kill a 4-minute advantage off a team that's 75% on the power play tonight.
He's putting up Gagnon numbers.
Oh boy, off the draw, Roanoke controls. Dorsey gave it up for Widmar. He'll curl around. You better watch out for him.
Yep.
He'll find his way into the slot real quick. O'Day with the puck. Widmar has it. Bottom of the face-off circle. There's a shot. Save made. Rebound loose. Novotny shot. Stave made by Joseph. And Kepledzianko takes the pass from Gagnon and sends it down the ice.
I think we're just going to call Joseph.
Look
cool
out. Here we
hand,
come.
Luke.
4-on-2. Brought in by Helmer. Caught Birmingham in a line change with a quick pass. O'Day has it. Gives it up for Widmar. Or excuse me, that was Dorsey. Played by O'Day. 3:19 to go on this double minor. Widmar takes a shot. Save made by Joseph. Backhanded, not out. O'Day hustles to keep it alive for Roanoke. Dorsey with the puck. Down low off the stick of Novotny. He'll pick it up behind the Bull's net. Gives it to Widmar. We got to get the puck out. There's a shot by Widmar, loose in front. Olenek takes it and clears it down the ice. Novotny took a shot into the midsection. He's slow to get up, and he'll come off. We're down to 2:48 to go here in this power play. A double minor. On the board for the Bulls, Gould slides it over. Now it's played down low off the stick of Patterson. Scahill on him. Carlson will pick it up for Roanoke. Gould has it. Just inside the Bulls' blue line. In front, deflected wide of the net. That was there too. Patterson has the loose puck. Played back at the point. Gould has it. Manning brings it in, takes the shot. Sadowski blocks it, but it comes right back to Manning. A lot of puck luck too, Greg, on Roanoke's part. Gould has the puck. Slides one, look out, it's loose right in front of the net. Birmingham can't clear, kept alive by Carlson. Gets it back to Gould. There's a shot in front, stick the side by Joseph, and the Bulls get the puck and clear it off the stick of Matt Wood down the ice. 1:55 to go on this power play. Puck played by Roanoke at center ice. Manning takes a stick from Walker. Look out, guys, come on. No call, we're fortunate there.
Yep.
Loose along the far boards, on the far half wall, still being fought for. Manning and Walker. It comes free for Glover, who chips it down right into Rosick. Goodness gracious, Greg. This next goal is crucial.
Yep.
Gould with the puck. He slides it over for Novotny. Can't get past. Youngworth, a nice defensive play, separates him from the puck, and the Bulls clear.
Good job by the Bulls, Jody. A little something different on this kill this time.
1 minute to go on the power play, 1:05 to be exact. Roanoke through center ice. Novotny tried to get past Sadowski, has a little trouble. His loose puck picked up down low by Widmar. Sadowski on him. Dorsey comes in to pick up the loose puck. Far face-off circle, Dorsey with it, back to O'Day. Return to Dorsey. Cross-ice pass, Widmar. In front, looking for a centering pass. Save made by Stewart. Joseph on the play. Puck goes far boards. Gagnon is there. Takes his man off the puck, loose. Gagnon can't chip it out. Kept alive by Roanoke. We're down to 30 seconds of power play time remaining. Near side, O'Day. Gets it back to Dorsey. Far side, Widmar. Holds on to the puck. Gagnon on him. Widmar backs it out. Circles with the puck. Dorsey with it. Plays it down low. Loose puck goes through the slot. Birmingham's Kepledzianko has it. Penalty coming up, and I believe this will be on Roanoke as Sinclair has it. Sinclair drops it off for Kep. takes a shot, save made by Rosick. Sinclair there with the rebound, has it taken away. Birmingham has killed the penalty. We're back at full strength. The first time I said that tonight, it feels like. But now Birmingham goes on the power play. A huge penalty kill for our Birmingham Bulls.
Well, and there's Joseph coming up and leading the way,
You better
Jody.
believe it.
So, you couldn't ask for a bigger boost for the Bulls than what Joseph just put on a clinic down there. Holy cow.
What an addition he's been to this hockey team.
Unbelievable, Jody. Widmer just circling down there, waiting, circling, shooting. And Joseph just finding a way. And granted, they weren't pretty. He didn't see every puck coming in, but holy cow, Jody.
Puck didn't go in the net's all I know.
That's what I'm talking about. But you talk about the second ever, kicking across there, down low, pinching it down to that guy. Those are point-blank shots, and Joseph's just finding a way to build that wall, keep the puck out of the net, and give the Bulls a chance.
Well, now come the Birmingham Bulls. 2 for 2 on the power play tonight. This will be our third opportunity. Can we equal the power play output of Roanoke and get our third power play of the night?
Well, and Taylor Joseph, Jody, since coming, you talk about the addition that he's been. 8-2-0-1, 174 goals against average, 942 save percentage. Won 3 of his last 4 games, but only he's given up 3 goals in those games with 2 shutouts.
He's been unbelievable.
Yeah.
And this was a guy that
Came
Craig
off the
Simchuk
couch.
kicked up off the couch, nowhere to play, and he's just been incredible in a Bulls uniform. Bulls on the power play, puck alive in the Roanoke zone, pinned up against the near boards. Walker is there along with Olenek trying to poke it free. Roanoke just wants to tie it up. Soretsky is there with it too. He comes out with the puck. He'll cut behind the Roanoke net. Parker Soretsky back at the point it's played. Scahill calling for it. There's a shot by Waite, knocked down in front, and that one may have got somebody up high. Yeah, I believe it got him right in the face as Colton Olenek screaming for the Roanoke trainer to come on the ice. I don't see who that is down, but it definitely nailed him right up high. I hope it's not in the face.
I think it's Wilkins, Jody, and I think what happened there is that puck, it was launched about waist high and hit him right in the shaft of the stick. It came straight up and caught him.
His own stick?
Yeah, his own stick right in the face. So, talk about bad luck, but we'll see what.
I've seen that happen before in the NHL when you try to deflect the shot with your stick and a slap shot goes right from the curve of the stick straight up the shaft into your face.
Yep.
And now he's cut, and there's no doubt about it.
Hopefully it's on the side of his face, not.
That's Matt O'Day.
Yeah.
That's a big loss.
It is.
If he's out for the game, he's shaking his head. No, I think he'll be back. Hockey players are not like baseball players. A baseball player can get a hangnail and be on the IR for 3 weeks. Hockey player can break his jaw one period and be out there the next.
With a face shield on.
Yes. Hockey players are different. Jeremy Roenick, I'll never forget it. Breaks his jaw in the first period. He's back on the ice to finish the game. Breaks his jaw. They would have to have knocked me out cold with the best drugs they had in the world and then leave me laying there for a week. Hockey players are a different breed.
Yep, different sport, Jody. Nothing like it. I think the only closest sport to it, and I played both, is rugby. I played rugby in high school when I was going in Canada.
That's a rough one too. You're right. Yeah.
And when the coach said, "Hey boys," he handed us a roll of duct tape and said, "Put it around like a headband and tape your ears to your head because it's going to protect them." And
Did he really?
He wasn't wrong. Yeah. Me and Darren McCarty.
Darren McCarty?
The Darren McCarty. We were both flankers. We didn't know how to play rugby.
That's a tough son of a gun, too.
All the coach said was, "All right, boys, whenever you see the ball, just go kill whoever's got the ball," and that's all we did.
1:29 remaining on the Bulls power play. 2:19 to go here in the second period. Bulls in desperate need of a goal, trailing 5-3. Off the draw, played back behind the net. Roanoke with possession, and they'll lift it down the ice. Now for Birmingham, Parker Soretsky along with C.J. Walker, Colton Olenek, Connor Scahill, and Danny Waite. Walker will bring the puck in, looks for a place to go, nowhere to go, so he gets it back to Scahill. Far side Waite takes the shot, save made, rebound loose, kicked aside into the far boards. Roanoke will be there to pick it up first, and they'll skate it out. Aonzo with the puck, brings it in the Bull zone. Look out, gives it up to Manning. Manning takes a hit by Scahill, picked up by the Bulls' Danny Waite, and he'll have it and he'll skate away. Minute 39 to go here in the second period. 45 seconds of power play time remaining. Waite slides it over for Olenek. Scahill has it. 1-3 setup for Roanoke. 1 high, 3 low. In low, down low, score! Wow. Guess who? Drake Glover gets the hat trick. Or is that Walker? That's Walker. I apologize.
Yep.
No, it is Glover.
No, it is Glover.
It is Glover. I thought so. He was parked down low,
Yep.
and that right there, folks, is Glover. Got one shot at it. The save was made. He poked the rebound 5-hole, and Glover gives the Bulls life.
Here come the hats.
And the hats are coming on the ice. Hat trick for Drake Glover. Almost the natural hat trick, and I blame you for him not getting it.
Hey, well, guess what?
But I'll take the goal.
He got it, Jody. That's all that matters. So, but holy cow. You talk about a situation with Glover down low, and that's his office. Gretzky's office was behind the net. Jody Glover's is just off the side of that right post when you're facing the net, and he double clutched that one. But holy cow, he found the rebound as Rosick was coming across, and he just buried it 5-hole, and that's one that I bet you Rosick wished that he had back.
Glover picks up his 22nd goal of the season, 3rd of the night. 3rd power play goal of the night by Birmingham. 3 for 3 Birmingham's power play is on the night. 6 power play goals on the night between both teams. And the lesson to be learned is stay out of the penalty box.
100%. But how about Drake Glover?
Wow,
Jody?
what a nice night he's had. Unbelievable. What a great hockey player. Another late goal by Birmingham makes this a different hockey game. Matt Dorsey had the puck at center ice. He slides it down into the Birmingham zone. Youngworth will pick it up. He's muscled off the play. Loose now along the near boards. Still tied up. Gets it back to Youngworth for Gagnon. Nice pass ahead. Sinclair takes the tip from Glover. Sinclair has Wood with him. Sinclair turns his back on Wilkins. Drops it for Glover. He's hit on the play. Still with the puck. He goes down. Now it's picked up by Roanoke. And with less than 50 seconds to go, Roanoke clears the zone. Gagnon with it. Sends one into the Roanoke zone, picked up by their defense, and they just clear it back into the Bulls' end of the ice where Youngworth picks it up. Youngworth with it. Ahead for Soretsky. Bertamini had him tied up. Looks puck back behind the net. Soretsky picks it up. Back for Gagnon. Looks for somewhere to go. Riefler had him lined up. Gets it to Soretsky. Soretsky gets off the puck. Still trying to get free from Wilkins. He does. Soretsky, tried to one-timer back to Gagnon. Tipped away at the last second by Roanoke. Olenek takes the shot. That one deflects wide. We're down to 5 seconds to go. Birmingham applying the pressure. Olenek just turns and spins. That's off the leg of Wilkins, and that'll do it for the second period of play. And Birmingham fighting back, not once, but twice, has made this third period going to be some kind of hockey game with a late goal by Drake Glover, completing the hat trick, his 22nd of the year from Danny Waite and Connor Scahill, and giving the Bulls life. Now trail 5-4 as we go into the locker room at the end of 2.
And Jody, at the end of that rush with about 25 seconds left, Sinclair had the puck, went down in the corner. The D got sucked to him, and I saw Glover trailing in with all that time and space. And in a different timeline, in a separate universe, Glover gets that pass, comes in, and he gets his 4th of the night. It just didn't transpire like that in this moment. But I'm telling you, I felt it, and Sinclair just couldn't get the puck away from the defender there to get it to Glover with that open ice, because he's so dangerous. Open ice, Glover one-on-one, I'll take it any night.
What an addition that both he and Taylor Joseph has made. And I'll say this again. There's 5 goals on the board for Roanoke, all getting past Hayden Stewart. Not one of them was his fault. No matter what happens in this game, nothing can be taken away from Hayden Stewart. Taylor Joseph came on, and as I've said before, he's the best addition with Drake Glover that we've had all year long. He himself, already in that period, I believe he stopped 2 goals by himself that Roanoke easily could have had at least one of them.
It is, Jody, and like I said, for Hayden Stewart to come out of the game, as a goaltender, you just know some nights. You know what I mean? It's like Hayden Stewart made 2 and 3 unbelievable saves, but that last one that Widmer got, you know, it just wasn't his night. He's just not seeing the puck well. Same thing down there on that C&I dog they got on the short side that hit somebody right in front of Stewart, goes off the inside of the post, and that's their 3rd goal. You know what I mean? Sometimes as a goaltender, you just know when you're having that kind of night and you're not getting the bounces, hey, there's nothing wrong with hitting the reset button and letting somebody else come in and give it a tilt-a-whirl, and that's exactly what they did with Joseph. It was the right call so far.
Yeah, this reminds me of, I believe it was 1994. Yeah, Birmingham was in the semifinals of the East Coast Hockey League playoffs, the Kelly Cup playoffs, and it was a deciding game 5 in Raleigh against the Raleigh Ice Caps, they were known then. And Sandy Gallupo was the Birmingham Bulls goaltender who actually had a game with the Florida Panthers. Great goaltender, Sandy was. In game 5, 3 goals got in on Sandy, and he skated to the bench. I'll never forget it because I talked to him after the game about it. And he told, at that time, the coach, Phil Roberto, God rest his soul, he told him, I can't see the puck. When you said that, it reminded me of it. Brad Malahy was the Bulls' backup goaltender. Phil opted to keep Sandy in the game, and we wound up giving up 6. The next year, Brad Malahy went to Raleigh to play for the Ice Caps and won the championship for them as well. So that goaltending swap made, you're telling me it was by Hayden Stewart, not Craig Simchuk. But what I'm saying is Simchuk allowed it to happen. He could have vetoed it.
Yeah. No.
And he said, fine, let's go.
But if you're Craig Simchuk, Jody, and you're sitting there and Hayden Stewart comes to the bench and he's just like, I've had enough, you know what?
You can't refute that.
Right. There's no, he knows. And that's the thing. Right call by Stewie, and I guarantee you, on any other given night, he'll be back, not worried about that in the least, because you've already said it. None of those goals were Hayden Stewart's fault, or like I'm sitting there like on the last one by Glover. You know what? Rosick would like to have that back.
Yeah.
He opened up
That's
his 5
one that,
hole.
yes, you're right.
Right. He opened up his 5 hole. He didn't stay square. He didn't melt down to the ice, and he got burnt. But Hayden Stewart didn't get burnt on any technical aspect of any of those goals. They were just great shots.
All right. That's it through 40 minutes of play. Birmingham trailing Roanoke 5-4 in what's been an incredibly exciting and fun hockey game. When Roanoke leads, I hate doing this, should I? When Roanoke leads after 2 periods of play, their record is 20 wins, 3 losses, and 1 overtime loss. When Birmingham trails at the end of 1, our record is 3 wins, 17 losses, and 3 shootout losses. So if we are going by history and the numbers, things don't look good for our Birmingham Bulls. However, this is a different Birmingham Bulls hockey team than put those numbers up on the board. Twice we fought back from deficits to make this a hockey game that anybody can win. I don't think it's out of the question at all for Birmingham to win this game and win it in regulation.
Well, and Jody, it also makes a difference if we've had a slow, and it's a Friday night. You know what I mean? People are working. We had a slow crowd coming in, but the bottom line is we've still got just under 3,500 people here, Jody, and that makes a difference. So
it's almost a full building here.
It is, right.
You're 500 short of a sellout.
34-37 is the official count for the attendance tonight. Good crowd here on a Friday night. And, Jody, I think the Bulls are going to come back, and they're going to rally here, and we're going to have a heck of a finish to this in the last 5 minutes.
I did not think I would come to the hockey game tonight and see 9 goals on the board after 40 minutes, but that's exactly what we have. Keep in mind, Hayden Stewart came out at the 10:07 mark of the second period. Taylor Joseph went in for the last 9 minutes, 53 seconds, stopped all 8 shots he faced. We'll see what happens the rest of the way. I feel great about both Birmingham goaltenders. What we're about to find out here in this third period is exactly what both these teams are made of. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. If both teams keep playing like they are,
Right.
both teams deserve the points.
Well,
But we got to stay out of the penalty box, Greg.
that's what I was saying. It doesn't matter what goalie you have in net for the Bulls, Jody. What matters is you got to stay out of the penalty box.
Okay, 40 minutes in the books. We'll come back in a few minutes here. Roanoke out shooting the Bulls 27-21 and lead in this hockey game after 2 periods by a score of 5-4. Greg Dreveny along with Jody Chernesky, and this is Birmingham Bulls hockey.
Over the mountain, Vulcan on the right. Lineup is set and the roster's tight. Blades laced up and the twigs feeling right. Going Bulls deep in the ring tonight. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Load up the bullpen, fire up the crowd. Turning Bulls loose, make the family proud. About to drop the puck, gonna go bar down. Boys crash the crease and tear up this town. House, Bulls country, rulers of the Cahaba Valley. House, Bulls country. Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Over the mountain, Vulcan on the right. Glad up is set and the roster's tight. Blade placed up and the twigs feeling right. Going Bulls deep in the ring tonight. Our house, Bulls Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Load up the bullpen, fire up the crowd. Turning Bulls loose, make the family proud. About to drop the puck, gonna go bar down. Boys crash the crease and tear up this town. House, Bulls Country, rulers of the Cahaba Valley. House, Bulls Country, rulers of the Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Tempest flare gloves hit the ice. Kick his ass not once but twice. Down south losing is a sin. Bulls light the lamp and the good gods win. Steel on ice and hearts on fire. Every goal takes us higher and higher. In the valley under the stars so bright, we fight for glory, we fight tonight. Our house, Bulls Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Our house, Bulls Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. 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 No, this ain't no rodeo. Over the mountain, Vulcan on the right. Glad up is set and the roster's tight. Blade placed up and the twigs feeling right. Going Bulls deep in the ring tonight. Our house, Bulls Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. Our house, Bulls Country, rulers of Cahaba Valley. No, this ain't no rodeo. Load up the bullpen, fire up the crowd. Turning Bulls loose, make the family proud. About to drop the puck, gonna go bar down. Boys crash the crease and tear up this town. House, Bulls Country, rulers of the Cahaba Valley. House, Bulls Country, rulers of the Cahaba Valley.
All right, and we're back here in Pelham on Flow Sports. Greg Dreveny and Jody did it with the glass half full. He brought it to life, talking about those crappy three-point games. And we had one tonight in Quad City in Fayetteville. Quad City coming out on top, 2-1 with the final in OT. Roanoke up 5-4 over Birmingham here in Pelham with 20 minutes of action left to go. Evansville just erupted in the first 5 minutes of the third, and they're up 4-0 over Knoxville. And Pensacola in a tight one maintaining a 4-3 lead at home over Macon with 19 minutes to go in the third period. What says you, Jody Chernesky, about those outcomes?
Well, there's not a lot we can do about it either way. However, Quad Cities win is kind of, I would really wanted Fayetteville to win that game, to be honest. Knoxville, if we can win tonight, we can put some more ground between us and them. You know, I'm just, right now, Greg, I got to ask you a question. You're into that locker room after 40 minutes.
Yep.
You've dug yourself a hole 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but giving up power plays you shouldn't have. You're down by 1, 20 minutes to go in a huge hockey game. What is the message between players, not the coaches, players? What are you saying? Are you saying anything next to in the locker room?
I think, Jody, it's one of those things that I've been in there before where, you know what, the guys who know what they did, you know what I mean? Like the guys who took the bad penalties, they're stepping up and they're saying, hey, boys, I got one. I'm going to make up for that. And that's key in that situation for everybody to rally around each other, pick them up, and the other guys come in and say, hey, don't worry about it, man. We got your back. It's all good. Let's go. And pull together, and as a team, they're going to win. But as individuals, that's when things fall apart. And that's, to me, what those penalties are they're just selfish and they're individual things that you can't have in a hockey game.
Not of this magnitude.
No, in a team like Roanoke, they're going to make you pay. Every time you show them and bear some skin beneath the armor, they're going to find a way to penetrate it, and that's what the Bulls have to avoid here. They need to come out, play their game, but keep your armor in front of you and your joust stick out, and let's go out and find a way to pull 2 points out of the hat here with 20 minutes to go here in Pelham.
This is as close to playoff hockey as you can get without being in it. The atmosphere, you can sense it, you can feel it, you can see it on the ice. As we're waiting for the drop of the puck, both teams just antsy, skating around in circles.
They're ready.
They're wanting to get this over with and done. And so are we.
Let's get after it.
All right, here we go. Danny Wade on the draw for the Bulls. Widmar for Roanoke. We're set for the drop of the puck, and we're underway. Played by Roanoke. Bryce Martin with it. We'll slide it over now through center ice. It gets past Riefler back into the Bull zone, and an icing is called 11 seconds into this third period. So a face-off come back into the Roanoke, into the ice.
Well, and you noticed it in the second period, Jody, and you could see the difference in how the Bulls are setting up their defense in the neutral zone versus Roanoke, where the Bulls have 2 guys across and Roanoke's half of the ice, and Roanoke pulls all their guys back behind the red line and then attack forward as the Bulls come across.
Ledzianko's shot hit off the leg of Tim Gould. Youngworth gets to the puck and sends it back behind the net. Bryce Martin ties up. Danny Waite. Puck tied up along the inboards there. Walker and Gould fighting for it. Now the puck is by itself and nobody's grabbing it. Finally, Widmar does it, gets it ahead, and back comes Roanoke through center ice, 2-on-2. Riefler was there, nice play by Gagnon, pokes that pass away. C.J. Walker has it, he'll bring it in. Widmar held him up a little bit, no call. Birmingham has it, Gagnon with a shot tipped aside. Scahill with it, tried to get it in front, does, off of a few skates. Birmingham had it for the moment. And Roanoke will tip it out. Widmar puts it in deep. Gagnon back to pick it up for the Bulls. I can't say enough about Jordan Gagnon's game change. From the first half of the season to the second. Widmar behind the net, tried a centering pass. Birmingham keeps that from happening. Loose puck picked up, though, by Dorsey. Dorsey curls around along the near half wall, gets past Scahill, slides it down low to Widmar. Novotny in front, tried to get Dorsey the puck. Now Gagnon goes down on the play.
Cross check.
And Birmingham will go on the power play. Novotny took Gagnon out. And David Novotny, just picked up by Roanoke last week. He goes to the box, and I believe both are going, though, Greg.
Wow.
Gagnon's not agreeing with it, but I think they'll get double minors here for roughing. Gagnon's having the words for Novotny in the box.
Well, the difference there, Jody.
Slashing
Yeah. Gagnon, they were giving it to each other, and then Gagnon turned his back, and then Novotny came in and cross-checked him right in the back, and that's what Gagnon's having a problem with.
Well, both get minors coincidentals for slashing,
Yep.
so we'll be 4-on-4 hockey. I'm not sure who this favors. I would normally say the Bulls, but the stick work and the tape-to-tape passing Roanoke put on a display in that first period. I don't know, Greg. Off the draw, Martin controls. In front, deflected by Manning. Somehow kept away out of the net and went wide. Now puck brought back into the Birmingham zone. Save made by Taylor Joseph along the near side. Manning has it. Malmeister cruising in front. Manning tried to get it to Malmeister. He can't. Now it's tied up, gets back to Martin and past him, and it goes down the ice. Back to play it is Roanoke. 18 minutes to go, third period. Bulls trailing by 1 at 5-4. Puck slid up through center ice. Doug Scott intercepts it. Slides it over for Scahill. Avoids the check. Has the puck taken away. Widmar. Slowly back into the Bull zone. Joey Widmar with it. Centering pass through the slot. Scahill takes it away. A nice pass ahead to Matt Wood on the end of the ship, though, and not a lot of gas left in the tank. Wood just slides it low for Soretsky as Matt Wood comes off. Soretsky takes the hit from Ayanzo. Tied up along the near wall. Widmar gets it back to Gould. Back behind his own net. Tim Gould gets it ahead to Ayanzo. Tracy on him, knocks the puck loose. Comes free. Played by Roanoke, and Ayanzo skates away with it. Soretsky takes him down. Puck is sent down the ice, and icing will be called on Roanoke. Greg, I don't want to say it's getting chippy, but there's a lot of stick work and a lot of arms up in the air.
Yeah, not chippy, Jody. I call this, it's a clutch and grab out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys who are getting beat by the speed of the Bulls. They're reaching out, they're grabbing them, and the Bulls are returning the favor. So, hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'll take it at this point. Because 4-on-4, I think you got to tip your hat to the Bulls.
33 seconds remaining on the coincidental minors. Puck played in the Roanoke zone. Waite muscles his way and gets the puck to Sadovsky near side Tracy. Back to Kevin Sadovsky. His shot knocked down by Wilkins, but Sadovsky gets the puck back. Played down low. Olenek out in front. Sadovsky was cruising, but he really didn't get all of it. Olenek turns, takes the shot, makes the glove save with traffic behind him. Both players, one, I believe that is Danny Waite for Birmingham, and Novotny, that's Ayanzo for Roanoke. They'll go their own ways. 8 seconds remaining on the coincidental minors. 16:45 to go here into the third. Bulls trail 5-4.
Sadowski had the right idea there, Jody. He had a nice lane to the net, but he just wasn't anticipating Olenek getting that puck out the way that he did. Great job there at Colton.
Off the draw, loose puck in the slot, picked up by Dorsey. Chips it ahead for Carlson. Brings it into the Bull zone. Youngworth on him. Puts the brakes on. Sends it back at the point. Both players out of the box. We're at 5-on-5 hockey. Puck comes in on Joseph. He calmly and coolly plays it for Gagnon, and Glover skates away. Has Sinclair with him. Gives the puck to McGregor. McGregor, Sinclair in front. Turned aside by Rosick. Kremen sends one in front. It's deflected, and Roanoke skates away with the puck. Novotny with it. Youngworth on him. Ties him up along the far walls. Loose puck played by Sinclair behind the net. It gets past Kremen. Dorsey sends the puck around the boards. Youngworth will pick it up for the Bulls as Roanoke changing lines. Near side, Kremen. Soft pass ahead to Waite, who will bring it in. Danny Waite takes the shot, goes wide. Puck bounces off the glass all the way back to the blue line. Martin overskates the puck. Walker has it. Cuts in front. Save made.
My gosh.
Along the far side, he had it there. Scahill takes the shot. That one deflected high and wide. And a whistle blows as they'll rule that one.
Yeah, I think that one is one Scahill would like to have back, Jody, because that just caught the tip of his stick. And I'm telling you, it went eyes high in front of everybody standing in front of the net, right over the top of the cage. And that's one of those ones where if you can keep it low, that would have been trouble. as Rosick was moving in his crease. A lot of action down there in front of him, but the Bulls just couldn't capitalize.
15:32 to go. Third period. Face-off in the Roanoke zone. Controlled by Roanoke. Timmy Gould with the puck. Slides it far boards. Now through center ice. Played by Widmar. Had it poked away from him. Bulls pick the loose puck up. That's Kip Ledzianko. Nice pass over for C.J. Walker. He'll put it in deep. Ayanzo and Ledzianko going after it. Johnny Ayanzo comes out with it, and Roanoke skates away. Tipped a pass over for Ryan Reefley. Has a goal tonight. He takes the shot. Joseph with the save. And he looked up high in the sky. He knew where the puck was, but it went behind him out of play. 15:06 to go. 5-4 Roanoke.
Well, and that's an acquired art there, Jody. You saw Joseph with that shot in on him. Deflecting it up into the netting behind you for the whistle, that's good on that one. I don't think that he wanted to go where it did exactly because it went straight up behind him. Nonetheless, we'll have a face-off here. Joseph's left.
Carlson on the draw, can't control, just loose in that circle, picked up by the Bulls. They'll clear it. Wilkins puts it right back in. Sadowski has it. Backhands a pass over for Tracy. Has Myers there along the near wall. Ahead for Soretsky. Olenek cruising in. He'll go in forechecking for the puck. Ayanzo catches up with it first. Carlson skates away. Sadowski, he gets past Sadowski. Tracy back. There's a pass over. Tipped away by the Bulls as Dorsey was cruising in front. Puck played in front of the Bulls bench. Dorsey trying to knock it free along with Myers. Puck comes back behind the Bulls net, played by Sadowski. Banks went off the boards for Tracy. Tracy through center ice connects with Matt Wood. Wood has nowhere to go, so he dumps it in deep. Glover comes in after the puck. Glover kicks it free. Wood has it. Wood doing some nifty work, gets the puck away, gets it back for Gagnon. Whistle is called, and I believe we're going to have a roughing penalty on Birmingham. Now Wood, little shoving match there with Pattison, but I think the penalty's coming up on the Bulls, Greg.
Another, for both teams, Jody, the Achilles heel tonight is offensive zone penalties.
I believe Glover's going to get the, he's going to the box for a roughing call. Okay. This will be the 7th power play of the night for Roanoke. They're 3 for 6. 14:09 to go, third period. It's time for a big penalty kill.
Yeah. Especially Drake Glover, Jody. He's not one known.
Not for roughing?
No.
I'd like to see a replay of that. I guess it's in the interpretation. It's subjective.
Well, what Glover was saying as he went to the box, Jody, he's saying, give me a break. He was cowering down. I don't know.
Roughing call, 14:09 to go, third period. Big penalty kill coming up for the Bulls. I feel like I've been saying that all night.
Yeah, that's a lot different call than the other ones that were just totally blatant, Jody. So we'll see how it goes here for the Bulls, but you called it. They got to come out of this unscathed.
Yep. Off the draw, played by Roanoke. Dorsey has it. Dorsey looks for a place to go, gives it along the near wall off the stick of Widmar. Youngworth comes in after it. Birmingham clears. Well out of his net on the far wall. Rosick plays it. Leaves it for his defense. Gould drops it back to no one. Widmar will have to go pick it up. Widmar brings it into the Bull zone. Taps it over. Picked up by Ayanzo in front, looking for Helmer. Just misconnects, but Roanoke has the loose puck. Near side Gould, top of the face-off circle. Goes down low, curls around the boards. Back to Widmar. Return to Tim Gould. Takes the shot off the leg of Gagnon. He blocked it in front. Rebound comes right back to Novotny, and his pass is well out the reach of Gould, and he clears the puck himself. We're down to 1:05 to go. A power play time for Roanoke. Widmar pressured on the play by Olenek. He has to drop it back on his defense for Gould. They're changing power play units as Timmy Manning comes on. Gould curls back in his own zone. Drops it back again for Riefler. Ahead for Manning, and gets away from one man. Puts the brakes on, puts it in deep. Gets past Riefler along the near boards. Played but not out. Now Malmeister had it. There's a shot by Manning. Save made. Rebound comes back to Wilkins, that is. Now a slide over from Malmeister. There's a shot far boards off the side of the net. Manning has it. Manning down low, his shot blocked by Tracy. It goes along the far boards. He somehow found a way to get the puck himself. Wilkins with it. We're down to 10 seconds to go on the power play. Birmingham's Olenek lost his stick. Puck is loose, picked up by Riefler. Walks in, takes a shot. That one somehow stays out of the net. Now Joseph doesn't appreciate the crowding in front of the net. He horse collars the man in front. Birmingham comes in as well. I believe that was Pattison that was all over Joseph. Colin Tracy came in as well to move Pattison out of the way.
Joseph looking down. We might have some action here.
6 seconds remain on the power play for Roanoke. Rosick well out of his net.
Joseph
has a look
saying,
at
"Come
Joseph,
on."
and Joseph's letting him know he's right down here. We've seen a goaltender fight this year for the Bulls. I believe that was Hayden Stewart in Evansville. Both got ejected. Joseph came in that game as well and won.
Yeah, definitely a weird.
This game's intense, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
This is what hockey's all about to me.
It is.
I mean, how can you, people around us, if you look around the building, smiling, laughing,
yeah.
getting up, joking, screaming, yelling. Sometimes we've been in this building, it's been the exact opposite, especially back in November and December.
Oh,
not anymore in this building.
100%. It's one of those things, Jody. They're giving it their all. Colton Olenek with the Mike Palmatier old school skate save on that last one. You know what I mean? And then breaks his stick, but that's just the emotions getting the best of him there. Where he's like, he lost his stick. He's frustrated. What do I do? And then he grabs somebody. Next thing you know, Joseph's doing the same thing. And I'm like, holy cow, we're going to have an old school 5-on-4 brawl here in a minute.
Joseph had enough of Pattison in the blue paint, and he grabbed him, almost put him in a headlock. In fact, he did. Face off to his left. Widmar on the draw for Roanoke. 6 seconds remain on the power play. Gets it back, kept alive. Wilkins has it. Sends a shot blocked in front by Scahill. Birmingham's killed the penalty back at full strength, and they clear the zone. This will be icing, and that's okay. With 12:01 to go, we didn't give up a power play goal. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Joseph let his presence be known to Pattison and the rest of Roanoke, and the Birmingham Bulls have 12 minutes to get the equalizer.
Wow. Great effort there on the PK, Joe. I like the Bulls a lot more aggressive on that kill, and it paid off for them.
Off the draw, taken by Doug Scott, slides it around the far boards for Wood. Woods has had a great game today tonight. He slides it back, off the glass, now played through center ice. The linesman gets in the way of Alex Wilkins, but Aonzo picks the loose puck up in his own zone. He loses possession. Wood is there. Wood tried a centering pass to Scott, taken away by Widmar, and he'll bring it back to the Bull zone. Joey Widmar with the puck. His shot blocked by Scahill. Picked up, though, by Roanoke. They'll keep possession. Dorsey sends it far side. There's a shot blocked in front, picked up by the Bulls, and back comes Myers now through center ice. Gets past Harley. Nice play to put it in deep. Birmingham, though, changing lines. Sent behind the net. Played along the near wall and out. Off the stick of Carlson, loose in front of the Bulls bench. Taken by Gagnon. Far side, Youngworth to Olenek. Taken away by Martin. And he'll just send it right back out. Gagnon back in his own zone, has it. He's pressured by Harley, puts the brakes on. Slides it up, connecting with Myers, who lost it. Helmer takes it away. Carlson had it. Soretsky takes it from him and just gets it out of the zone. Line change for the Bulls. Aonzo in his own zone, but back behind netminder Rosick, Gabe Rosick. Still holding on to the puck. C.J. Walker inches in. He'll go out the other side of the net. Plays it far side, up through center ice. Nice play by Kipladzianko. Tips it away from Riefler. Loose, though, in the Bull zone. Picked up by Roanoke. Now Bulls take it away, and that's going to be they're not going to call it tripping, and that was kind of blatant, Greg. Timmy Gould has the puck in his own zone. Walker on him. Okay, I'm not quite sure why that wasn't called, but Riefler with the puck. Tips it off the boards into center ice. Malmeister has it. Poke checked away from him. picked up by Kipledzianko. Gets away from Riefler, slides it across. Now Gagnon tips it in deep. Under 10 minutes to go here in the third. Birmingham trails by 1. Caden Pattison gets one past Glover, and they'll send it into the Bull zone. Played by Joseph. Crimmin had it taken away. They score. Joseph kind of had a bad play on that. He played it himself. Crimmin couldn't control it. Roanoke took the puck away and had an open net to backhand it into. And with 9:41 to go, they regained that 2-goal lead. Matt Dorsey on the goal. Not a good goal, Greg.
Well, just one of those things, Jody. Crimmin's a new guy in the lineup. You know what I mean? As a goaltender, you come out to play that puck. You want to hard rim it around and get it out of
Get it the heck out of Dodge.
way,
Yep.
because there's never a good 3-foot pass in hockey.
All right. Now the pressure has to get really tough for the Bulls. Glover has it. We need 2 goals. Glover with the puck, sends it on goal.
Oh,
Tough save there. Sinclair has it. He'll circle around, gives it up. Wood behind the net, it gets past him, back into center ice. Sinclair will go back and pick it up for the Birmingham Bulls. It gets past Glover. This one's going to be icing. It's called on the Bulls. As now Birmingham looks a little bit out of sorts after that last goal. I believe that took, I don't know, it kind of shocked them a little bit. Now they got to regain that composure and get back to playing the same style that got them into this hockey game, trailing twice by 2 goals.
Well, it's one of those
This
things.
is the third time.
One of those things, Jody, that with Joseph, and I don't know if you remember back a couple of games where he got slashed in the back of the leg behind the net and then turned around and they got a quick one on him. Same thing back there, getting in his paint on that power play. You know what I mean? Just got him off his game just a little bit, because he's cool hand Luke back there, and that's his claim to fame as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, as soon as he starts showing his emotions out there, stuff just
It's okay. We're
turns on.
still a lot of hockey to be played. 9:17 to go, but Birmingham now trails by 2.
Yep.
That last goal scored by Matt Dorsey is 11th of the year, unassisted, as he just found the loose puck in an empty net to backhand it into.
Wow. And that was a heck of a play by Dorsey to convert there from behind the goal line. But nonetheless, that's just a heartbreaker for the
That feels
Bulls.
like a gut punch.
Yeah, it does.
Face off in the Bull zone. Carlson on the draw. Wins it past Glover. Gets it back to Martin. Whips one around the boards. Behind the net, played by Matt Carlson. Glover on him. He'll curl back behind the net. Comes out in front. Glover with a nice job. Pokes it away. Back behind the net. Puck goes. Still loose. Picked up now by Birmingham's Colin Tracy. He'll skate away. Tracy with the puck. Sends it in deep. He'll come off for a change. Off the boards, played by Gould. Around the far boards for Timmy Manning. Lifts one into the Bull zone, picked up by Doug Scott. He'll play it far side for Sadowski. Sends a soft one in to the Roanoke zone. Back behind the net, played by Gould. Chip the pass ahead, and here comes Andrew Harley. Harley off the boards deep, played by Sadowski. Sadowski whips one around the far boards, kept in by Roanoke. Hits the referee. Sadowski picks the loose puck up, lifts one high. Trying to set it up for Soretsky. Bounces off of 2 men, and Harley will backhand one right back into the Bull zone. Joseph way out of his net. Plays it around near side for Soretsky. Soretsky, a dangerous pass through the slot. Nobody there except Sadowski, and Olenek will tip one in. Bulls change. 8 minutes to go. Trailing by 2. Dorsey. Slides one over for Aonzo. Back to Wilkins. Back to Aonzo, now through center ice. Played by Roanoke. They'll tip one in for a line change themselves. C.J. Walker had the puck for a moment. Gets past him and Gagnon, picked up by Widmar of all people. Tied up by Walker. Puck gets outside the zone. Berthamini plays it right back in for Roanoke. Delayed offside the call. Birmingham's free to get it out, and they do. Taken away, though, by Widmar. 2 men back for the Bulls. Widmar cuts through the slot. Takes the shot. Goes wide.
Wow.
Far side, Walker has the rebound. Kipledzianko ahead through center ice. Kip's been kept off the boards the last 3 games. Walker plays it. Loses it. Widmar has it. Chips it ahead to Helmer. Cade Helmer with it. Sends one right in on Joseph. He'll squeeze it between the pads, and they'll keep him off of Joseph this time, as two Bulls players made sure he didn't get into the crease. But the problem, Greg, is 7:04 showing on the clock, and we're trailing by 2 goals.
Well, and you can definitely see now a little bit game style change by Roanoke.
Yeah,
Jody,
they've slowed it down.
And they're just kind of playing keep away a little bit.
Yep.
They're not going north and south anymore, a little east and west to slow things down. And we'll see how the Bulls respond here. But, yeah, we need to keep that drive alive, keep sending 2 guys, keep pressuring, and try and get a turnover here and bury one.
Carlson on the draw for Roanoke. Sinclair for the Bulls, who wins it, gets it back to Scott. Whips it around the boards, picked up there by Glover. Nice pass over for Sinclair. Takes the shot just high of the net. Puck played along the near side. Doug Scott there. Plays it down low, all the way around the boards. Matt Woods had it. Gets it back to Scahill. Scahill, near side for Scott. Thought about it, holds on to the puck. Now he plays it for Sinclair. Along the near half wall, McGregor leaves it there for Wood. Now back at the point for Scott. Sends a shot in. It gets past Rosick, but goes off and wide. Sinclair has the puck for the Bulls. One-timer from Scott off the post. Right off the post. Puck played along the far wall now. Roanoke has it. That one was there. Puck gets past the defense of Scahill and back into the Bull zone. 6:15 to go. Clock running too fast. Scott brings it in. Gets it back to Scahill. He sends a shot just wide. Picked up now by Soreski. He had Myers in front. Couldn't get him the puck. Ayanzo gets it out for Roanoke. Played it into the near corner. Scott back along with Novotny. Soreski comes out with the puck. Myers with it now. Drops a nice one off for Olenek. Plays one off the boards. Around the near side. Myers forechecking, trying to keep it alive, but it gets past everyone back out, and Soreski slides it over Stadovsky. Fans trying to get in to the Bulls' heads, get a little momentum here. Dorsey backhands one out. And Roanoke is taking their foot off the gas and sending 3 back checkers in every time Birmingham touches the puck. It's going to be tough to penetrate that. Birmingham's Tracy with the puck in his own zone. Slides it over for Sadowski. Ahead for Ledzianko, who tips it in. Stick to side by Rosick. Played by Gould around the far side for Widmar, who banks one off the boards. Back into the Bull zone. Youngworth with it. Near side, Ledzianko. Kip off the stick of Dorsey, played into the Roanoke zone. Wade is there to try to keep it alive, but Widmar is there as well. Has Widmar been off the ice this period? Walker has it. He'll send it back into his own zone for Gagnon. Pressured there by Helmer, so he'll backhand a pass over for Youngworth. Now played by Glover deep in. Loose puck picked up by Wade. Slides a pass over for Glover, just a little too soft. Picked up now by Gagnon. He sends one in, save made by Rosick, with Glover right in front, daring him to drop the puck. But he didn't, and he holds it. 4:28 to go here in the third. Last immediate timeout of the period. And all right, Greg, you're down by 2, less than 5 to go. What kind of chances are you taking if you're the Birmingham Bulls? You got to ramp it up some.
Well, I think you just got to take your, foot off the restrictor plate, put the pedal to the metal, and see what happens here. And you can see you mentioned it's really tough with Roanoke changing up their style, and they've almost got into that prevent defense right now. They've always got sticks in front. They've got bodies, boxing them out down low. Glover had an opportunity there, but Rosick held on to that puck. A long riser from Gagnon on the point, and nonetheless, it ends up in a face-off here for the Bulls. But you got to capitalize here. Try and win this draw back quick, and then send all bodies to the front of the net.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. When do you start crashing the net?
They've been ugly. The goals that we've got haven't been pretty except for the first 2.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you just got to outstick them, outman them, and will the puck into the net sometimes, Jody.
All right, Sinclair will try and win the draw for the Bulls. Matt Carlson for Roanoke. 4:28 to go, third period. Bulls trail by 2. Sinclair tips it down low. There was Glover's shot, goes through the crease. Gagnon keeps it alive. He sends a low one in front, looking for a deflection, still loose, and Rosick just dives on the puck. Glover takes the stick up high. That one from Ayanzo, and I believe Ayanzo's going off for high sticking.
Yeah, he's got to call that. Bite your lip, Glover. Let's get some blood cooking there.
Cross check will
Send
be the
him
call,
for
not
4.
high stick. So
Yeah,
Birmingham,
there it is for 4.
4-minute penalty.
Well, we don't know, but
No, this I believe is just going to be a minor, 2
Yep.
minutes. This will be Birmingham's 4th power play of the night. They are 3 for 3. Can we make it a perfect 4 for 4? We certainly need to.
Glover pitching his case here, but
Olenek,
Yep.
the captain of the team, along with Timmy Manning, talking to the referee. Nothing's going to change. Face-off in the Roanoke zone with 4:17 to go. Birmingham on the power play.
well, to me, that's the difference. If you're going to send Krim into the box for 4, Jody, on unintentional high stick,
But there was blood drawn, though, Greg, on that.
Well, I'm just saying, but that was intentional.
Yeah. I mean,
Call it what it is.
either way, we're on a power play.
Let's get one here.
So we got to convert first.
Yep.
Get 1 before you get 2. Sinclair, once again, no shock on the draw for the Bulls. This time Widmar, though, for Roanoke. No one controls it. Ledzianko will pick up the loose puck. Kip plays it down low in front. There's another whack at it. That one, I believe, by Glover, not once, but twice. He tried to hit it off the backside of Rosick and almost succeeded.
It went right down between Rosick's feet on the goal line, Jody, and just sat there. Talk about an opportunity. Good heads-up play by Glover. Like I said, unconventional. Off the goalie's back from behind the goal line, I'll take it as long as the red light goes on.
Face off again. No one controls. Birmingham picks the loose puck up. Shot comes in from the point. He was screened on the play, but it gets wide behind the net. McGregor Sinclair plays it to Glover. Back to Youngworth. Youngworth near side for Wood. Down low, Sinclair. Back to Wood. Thought about a shot. Poked away from him, though, by Manning. Sinclair picks the loose puck up for the Bulls. Sends it over for Youngworth. Top of the face-off circle. Back for Ledzianko. His one-timer well wide of the net. Youngworth picks the puck up all the way at the top of the circle through the slot. Sinclair with a shot. He had the open net. Fired it wide. Ledzianko with the puck. Back at the point is played for Youngworth. Near side, Sinclair. In front, score! Guess who?
4.
Sinclair sends a pass in to Drake Glover, who had his stick on the
Wow.
ice, and he just deflected that one up high into the top of the net.
That's just crazy. Look at
What
that,
hands,
Jody.
what hands. Unbelievable as we're watching the replay.
Yeah.
4th goal of the night for Drake Glover.
He's going to have to call him Magic Man after that because
The
that
hands
was
that it took to make that
unbelievable.
play. Now with 3:28 to go.
Well,
It's a 6-5 hockey game. Now Roanoke is
Yeah.
going to have to re-alter their game once
Yeah.
again. 4 for 4 on the power play, Greg. I don't think I've ever seen that, ever. Time of the goal, 16:32. Oh, boy.
here we go.
That puck live in the bull zone. Soretsky behind the net. Gives it up near side. Here comes Meyer. Skates away. Nice backhand pass over for Scott, but it's out of his reach. Birmingham loses possession. Novotny has it. Skahill on him. Pokes it away. Tied up behind the net. Skahill, nice job. Gets it over for Soretsky. Parker Soretsky with the puck. Sends one into the far side. Behind the net, played by Roanoke. Novotny picks the loose puck up. Gets it out back into the bull zone where Skahill has it for Birmingham. Birmingham wasting no time. Skahill gets it to Soretsky, who tips it in. Ledzianko can't control it.
Oh,
Walker takes it away, turns and fires. That one off the leg of a man in front, but gets back to Wade. His stick explodes the other way. The puck is sent. Birmingham fortunate to get it back. Now Walker takes a hit there by Wilkins, tied up in the Roanoke zone. Ledzianko, nice play, keeps it alive for Scott. Runs some interference on Dorsey. Scott slides it across Sadowski. A shot snatched out of the air by Rosick. And with 2:14 to go, we'll take a deep breath and have a face-off in the Roanoke zone.
well, Jody, no matter what the outcome of this is, you got to say both teams are throwing everything they've got including the kitchen sink into this one.
It's been a heck of a hockey game.
Holy cow, what an effort by the Bulls here to try and climb back in it.
3 times.
Find a way.
3 times the Bulls have trailed by 2.
I was going to say, I was wondering when somebody was going to call it.
Yeah. I believe Birmingham's Craig Simchuk called a timeout. He took as long as he could to call it. Just take a little bit of time because he knows who he has to have on the ice.
Yep.
And it's pretty much cut and clear that 19 is going to be out there, meaning Drake Glover.
Oh, yeah.
4 goals on the night. Now has 23 on the year. The assist on the play go to McGregor, Sinclair, and Cole Youngworth. But with 2:14 to go, we need another one.
Yep.
We need another one. 4 of the 5 Birmingham goals tonight have come on the power play. 3 of the 6 Roanoke goals have come on the power play. Birmingham has killed a 2-man advantage off and a 4-minute power play off. But yet still trail 6-5.
Like, seriously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've almost been shorthanded for an entire period, Jody.
It's hard to win like
That's
that.
hard to win a hockey game.
But yet, we're still in it.
Yep. Still got a chance.
Olenek will be out with Wood. Birmingham's net to our right is empty.
Yep.
We have pulled Taylor Joseph, 2:14 to go in favor of the extra attacker, which in this case was Matt Wood. Off the draw, Sinclair with Widmar. Played in that face-off circle. Roanoke will get possession. Look out, Manning has it. He'll lift one in.
Post.
Just wide and may have grazed that far post. Puck loose in the Bull zone. Played by Birmingham Sinclair. He'll drop it to Glover. Playing around an empty net, Drake Glover coolly, calmly skating away with the puck. Slides one over to Sinclair. Can't get past Manning. Picked up by Bertamini. Tries to get it out. Birmingham keeps it alive. Now down on the play went Olenek. Roanoke picks the loose puck and lifts one down the ice. This one just wide of the Bulls' net. But the whistle had blown. That wouldn't have counted anyway. I think they're going to call. No, it wasn't. The clock wasn't running. I don't know if it. The faceoff looks
that
like.
was icing.
Well, I don't know about you, but I
What
looked
a
up
hit.
at the clock,
And it stopped?
and the clock was not running when the puck was at the blue line. When it bounced
Right.
that first time, the clock had stopped. Maybe I'm just seeing things.
We'll take it.
Off the draw, played by Ledzianko, back to Glover, just inside the blue line, return to Kip. 1.5 minutes to go, third period. Glover with the puck, plays it over for Kip. Down low for Waite, back to Kip. Sends a shot, stick save made by Rosick, picked up by Roanoke's Manning, and he lifts one back into the Bull zone. Sinclair back to get it for the Bulls. Ahead for Kip Ledzianko. Softly taps one in deep, going after it is Wood. Aonzo as well. Wood goes down on the play. Waite picks it up, gets it back to Kip. Kip has Soretsky near side. Parker looks for a place to go, slides one over for Glover. He connects. Glover, top of the face-off circle. We're down to 1 minute to go. He'll curl through the slot. Plays it down low. Waite in front. Soretsky was there. He couldn't control it. Back to Glover. Glover down low. Waite turns, fires. Save made. Rebound comes near side. Soretsky has it. Back for Glover. Glover in front. Deflected just out of the way. Penalty coming up on C.J. Walker. A Roanoke player down on the ice. I was watching the play, Greg.
Yeah.
That's more theatrics than I care to talk about. I will bet you he gets up off the ice, comes back to the bench with a smile on his face. Eventually, he's slow to get up now. But that one right there, with 40.5 seconds to go, sends Roanoke back on the power play. Their 8th power play of the night. Only 4 for the Bulls. Now that was Bertamini. Now he's doubled over, skating back to the bench. Let's see him go into the door. Takes a deep breath. Now what is he going to do?
No.
Steps into the hallway. He's just standing there, Greg. The trainer didn't go with him. Okay, slash is the call as Bertamini is, of course, standing right there. And the equipment manager with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Bertamini goes back to the bench, talks to Bremner, the head coach, gives him an elbow on the arm. Good job. There was Aonzo, pats him on the rear. That's what you call, let's play this one up.
Selling it.
There you go. I knew it was going to happen. I knew he was fine.
Hollywood, Jody.
Now Bertamini's just bouncing around the bench like, hey.
They draw another offensive penalty.
Joseph back in the net for Birmingham with the face-off in the Bull zone. Martin has it. Plays it for Dorsey down low. Remember, Roanoke on the power play, but Birmingham's going to get another penalty.
Jeepers.
Slash is going to be the call. Now a little frustration, and I don't really blame Birmingham for being frustrated on that last call as Gagnon goes to the penalty box. That was not the strongest call I've seen of hockey being played in this building, Greg.
Right.
Ninth power play of the night for Roanoke, and keep in mind, Roanoke has almost triple the penalty minutes of the Birmingham Bulls this year, yet Birmingham has been sent to the penalty box 9 times tonight, for Roanoke.
Roanoke's played a pretty disciplined game, Jody, looking at it. You know what I mean? Not what I expected. I expected it to be the other way with the Bulls being on the power play more than Roanoke.
Well, this sets up an unbelievable night tomorrow night. This cannot sit well for the Bulls going into tomorrow night's game. Skating away with the puck, Birmingham sends one in. Scahill sends it in deep. Gould plays it. We're down to 15 seconds to go. Puck, Joseph back out of the net. We're at 5-on-5 as Roanoke just dumps it back down into the Birmingham end of the ice. We're down to 5 seconds. That's going to do it. Novotny picks the loose puck up, slides one over for Dorsey. He had it bounce off his stick, Greg, or he was going to bury it, and that'll do it. This one does not set well with me, Greg, and I'm not going to sit here and talk about the striped jerseys that are on the ice. I'm just not, because all of those penalties that we took early on were legitimate penalties. That last one that took all the steam and gusto and momentum out of the Bulls as we had an extra attacker on the ice. That right there is questionable at best, and the theatrics of it, we saw firsthand. It was 30 feet in front of us, and saw the guy laughing about it and everybody patting him on the rear thanking him.
Well, you know what, Jody? Karma's you know what, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night. But I think the Bulls, when they played as a unit, Jody, I think they bested Roanoke tonight. I really believe that. But it was just those silly individual moments that ended up costing them, and you know what?
Especially early on.
Yeah, that's what happens. But I think Roanoke played the more disciplined game, and it was a 1-goal difference.
It's a shame that a 4-goal outing by Drake Glover is, well, it's a great hockey game, but when you don't come out with 2 points, I'm sure Drake would trade every one of those 4 goals for a win tonight.
Absolutely.
So now what?
Trade 4 for 2. Well, you think you gotta take away the positives, and you have to look at the negatives, and that's the biggest thing. You know what I mean?
Well, it's pretty clear what the negatives are, aren't they?
Cut out the nonsense away from the puck, and tomorrow night, no offensive zone penalties.
Exactly.
That's it.
I just, this one does not set well with me, and that's all I'll say about it from here on out. I will say this, that I did not know this coming into the game tonight, but Roanoke, in all the years Birmingham's been in the SPHL since 2017, almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Roanoke has never won 2 consecutive in this building.
Huh.
Now, what does that mean? Nothing, because you got 60 minutes of hockey to play tomorrow night. But I do know this, if the motivation is not there tomorrow night for Birmingham, it never will be, because this one just doesn't feel good. That'll do it, though. There's nothing we can do about it now. So, final score from the Pelham Civic Complex. Roanoke takes a hard-fought, exciting game, but won the Birmingham Bulls. Would love to have back out shooting Roanoke 40-33, but losing 6-5.
Yeah, and that's one of those things, Jody, where it doesn't sit well with you.
No, it doesn't.
Because we didn't get beat tonight.
No, we
didn't. You know
what
I mean? Roanoke did not come in here and command the game, and you know what I thought it could have been, but it wasn't. The Bulls came in here, they held their own.
They fought back 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy, but at the end of the day, you just shot yourself in the foot. You know what I mean? And that's a crappy way to lose a hockey game when you weren't necessarily outplayed. I think the Bulls outworked them, but They just, well, add up the numbers. I think that with those penalties at the end, Jody, you're going to have the Bulls being shorthanded for 20 minutes or better, and that is a full period of playing shorthanded.
You can't beat the worst team in the league like that.
No.
Not much less the second best team in the league. Either way, this one's in the book.
Yep.
It's over. I think we learned a lot tonight.
Sure.
I don't believe for a minute we're going to come out tomorrow night and take these penalties. But I also believe we're going to see Austin Rodebush in the net tomorrow night. And that's a different goaltender than Gabe Rosick is.
Well, I don't think.
Not sure that matters, but that's what's going to happen.
I think if Rodebush would have been in that, we would have had a goalie fight at center ice.
We almost did. There was a goalie fight in Quad City this year. I can't remember the goalie's name. He instigated the fight with the other goalie. Threw one punch, broke his hand. He's on season-ending IR. You got to watch yourself when you're a goaltender.
Well, you got to learn how to punch, Jody.
Oh, boy. Okay. All right, everything's fine. We didn't get a point out of this, but I firmly believe this sets up a heck of a game tomorrow night that we're going to play. I firmly believe we're going to come out and play great hockey tomorrow night.
What it does, Jody, is it sets you up with a different taste in your mouth than you might have had coming into the game where, you know what I mean? Are we a little intimidated? You know, we're going up against second place. It's blah, blah, blah. Are we good enough? I mean, I think the Bulls checked all the boxes in those questions. We're good enough. We're fast enough. We've got what it takes. We've got all the pieces. We outworked them. We outplayed them. But we just got to clean up one aspect of the game. And I think they're going to do that tomorrow night. And lo and behold, if history holds true.
Typically, this is the way Roanoke plays. These power plays they gave us, and we're 4 for 4 on the night on the power play, that's their style. They don't mind taking the penalties. It's just we gave them too many chances. And it came back to get us. And that's just the way this one ends. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. For Greg Drevany, I'm Jody Chernesky. Final score, once again, from the Pelham Civic Complex, Roanoke 6, Birmingham 5. Thanks for joining.